We're good.
I'm
We're
up.
good?
We good?
You're up?
Yay. We are up.
Woo!
Hey. I'm go ahead start the broadcast, send out the Twitch thing,
Say
the Instagram thing.
I just tried to click at the broadcast, said it had already ended.
But on mine, I didn't even start it. I was
here.
waiting for Alyssa.
Yeah.
Alyssa's in the broadcast.
Yeah, I got an invitation, then
I sent it to 3 out of the 4 of you because I can't send it to Jess without her getting out of Tetris.
I'm staining too.
You know, I remember when I actually got a handheld Tetris game for Christmas, like in 2001.
Nice.
Aw.
It was so much fun. I played the shit out of it.
You know, I actually haven't played Tetris that much.
Shame.
I haven't either. Just for like a year.
But I played the shit out of Minesweeper.
We've all played the shit out of Minesweeper.
Dude, my little sister used to go to my mom's work.
Fuck.
And my mom worked at a laundromat, so she was like super bored all the time because there was no internet or anything like that. So she literally ended up playing Spider for like hours at a time, and it got to the point to where April was, I don't know if she still is, but like for a good while there, she was practically like, I don't know, she was just really good at it.
I'm really good at basic solitaire.
Yeah, like those card games like Spider, Solitaire, like anything like those basic card games that are on like every computer. Like she became like an expert at them. It's pretty funny because she was like 6 at the time.
The whole basis of Minesweeper. Boop, 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 fuck. Boop, boop,
You
fuck.
do look like a healthy James.
Oh my god.
Fuck. Right?
You actually kind of look like Lanny Pator with the beard.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I can see it now.
I don't even know who that is.
Alright.
Oh, he's one of the
Everybody
works on
ready?
Team 4 Star.
Is everybody ready?
Trying to see the broadcast.
Oh, I need an energy drink.
Hold on, we need to stall for another 15 minutes.
We already started the broadcast. We better not.
Yeah,
Are we done?
we're up and going. I'm waiting for everybody to be ready to go, and then...
No, I mean, what are we doing in the campaign?
Oh,
I need background music.
you're at the castle grounds still.
Castle grounds.
Because some of y'all injured.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Jess.
Oh yeah, Jess is like
on her deathbed over here.
She took the full frontal of Zigbar's fury.
M's fury.
Oh, that's right. I did help her up though. So
That doesn't
she's
change the fact I'm dying.
you're conscious and you have.
I picked you up, so you're not dead.
Well, no. I believe I gave you a health potion.
Yes, and then she had a
I
wall
just said
fall
my
on her.
shit.
Oh, that's right.
Sorry.
Okay, what
So you
health
can't
should I
blame
be at?
me,
'Cause
I
I put my thing
tried.
on long rest after we finished.
Okay. Yeah, after we go to whatever place to help heal you guys, we'll probably all take a long rest and.
No,
y'all
I mean,
heal
I
up.
did our last campaign.
Oh well. Okay.
We're gonna... Okay, so you can go back up to full health once we get inside.
I mean, I'm already there.
I'm already at full health because I also took a health potion and didn't
That's
take any
fine.
damage from that.
You did, actually. You took a little bit.
Did I?
You did.
That's what that said.
That's what my notes say.
Can't argue with
Oh,
God.
that's right. I had like 2, didn't I?
You had a minimal amount of damage, but you are damaged.
Slightly.
Alyssa, how can I see your broadcast?
The same YouTube link, I guess, that you went to before.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my phone.
Can you just invite us again?
Well, when I try to click the invite thing, it still said stopped.
It's fine. It's on over here, and that's all that really matters.
Okay.
Headphones? Ah, no, I didn't mean to go there. On stage.
Hey, M.
Yes.
I just saw something funny.
Okay.
Okay, so you're a monk, right?
Wrong
No,
one.
that's
No,
Jess.
that'd be Jess.
Jess is
Wrong person.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
M is the
Is it
crossdresser.
Jess?
Is it that she's a walker
I'm not
JoJo
a
reference?
crossdresser.
The Warlock and JoJo reference, right? Okay,
No,
sorry.
no. The monk is the JoJo reference because astral image.
Oh, that's right. Well, she has the arms of Astral Self, so she only gets part of her astral image.
That means so with Star Platinum.
Yeah, basically. I just found something funny about the monk. It always used an unarmed strike, which can also technically be a headbutt. So if you're just headbutting the shit out of your enemy, that would be hilarious.
Gotta survive that grapple check.
Wham, wham, wham!
I mean, whatever works, works.
No, I'm just picturing you headbutting the hell out of those hyenas. Just like, get over here, bonk.
Wham!
Well, remember, she didn't even fight the hyenas. She was just like, I want one as a pet.
They literally kept doing backflips for her.
Flip.
Oh no, they kept rolling nat ones on their attacks.
Oh.
And
Only
doing
on her.
flips.
Only on her turn, figures.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Just
like
as
every
Gundam
other
God.
turn, it was just like, I'm gonna attack, and then it succeeds, and then now they're bleeding.
Exactly. On us, just not the one trying to handle them.
What does that tell you? You need to try to handle them next time.
No, it means we need to praise Jess's Gundam God.
Gundam God.
It's
Or
worked
kill
so
them
far for
faster.
her.
Or kill them faster. Kill us faster.
Kill them! Kill them! Kill them!
Or
Oh,
who's
hail
in
the Gundam gods.
For anyone who watches Vanos Gaming, kill them.
Get them.
Kill
Get
'em.
them.
Alright, so. Everybody is in the castle grounds. Artasia is being lugged into the infirmary by Zigbar. Zoral is kind of standing over by the wall that he just blew up, looking a little bit shaken and also very, very, very embarrassed. Zane has come in from his hunting exposition and is now standing at the opening, kind of watching this all unfold. Proceed.
Alright, I'm just gonna go walking up to them. Hey guys, what the fuck happened?
Where the hell have you been?
Hunting.
Figures, Ranger.
Out of context, I do find it funny how our rogue is a pothead and our ranger is an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Also, I'm covered in blood.
Oh, awesome.
I'm not even gonna ask. Can you help me with this monk?
I got a date! Sure.
Good for fucking you. Can you help me with this goddamn monk? She's almost dead.
Sure.
It's like, congratulations to you and your boner.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on her. What health is she at?
If you get her inside to the infirmary, then she will be fully healed because the staff at the castle are all healing mages.
Alright, I'll help carry Artesia.
Yeah, I was gonna
I'd
say,
hope so.
don't
She's a
don't
big
waste
gal.
your healing spell right now.
That's to come.
Also, out of context, why the hell did you take Cure Wounds?
What?
Because he didn't want to have to rely on anybody else.
This is also true.
Well, hold
Also,
on. But before
also-
I actually accuse you, did you have access to Healing Word?
No.
Okay, never mind then. Carry on.
Alright, I'm gonna help Zigbar carry Artesia to the medics.
Alright. What does everybody else do?
I mean, I'm borderline unconscious, so
I mean,
I'm just gonna lay there.
obviously I'm helping carry her back to the medics.
Zero is just kind of shaken. He's getting like PTSD from like his childhood right now.
PTSD. All these squares make a circle. All these squares make a circle. All these squares make a circle.
Well, I mean, basically, like that. This shit is literally the reason why he was trapped for most of his like childhood. So he's just like, fuck. Like it's like I thought this shit was on lock. But yeah, like it's basically he's just like, fuck, like not again, kinda.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just kind of like shocked and
So
embarrassed.
So does Zor-El know and nobody else does? Is that the case here?
That's the
Yeah,
gist.
for now.
Okay.
So, Zor-El, you alright? You look shaken up there, bud.
Huh? Oh, yeah, I mean, this thing kind of just blew up on us, literally,
So that's what this explosion came from. Yeah, I was all the way out
Hey, God.
fucking over there.
Hey, God.
Yep.
Can I make a Arcana check to see if I can figure out where the explosion actually originated?
You can try.
Okay, let me see if I can.
Out of context. I just love how, like, I always love picturing our characters literally just, like, stopping, just like, hey, God!
I got a 13.
You rolled a 13? Just a moment. God's information is loading.
That's it. Because I was all the way out over there when this fucking thing came flying at me and I pull out the longsword.
What I mean to ask is, can I tell that it actually came from Zor-El? And that's why I'm making an Arcana check instead of investigation.
No, I got that.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Hey, got 2 new follows on Instagram.
Cool.
Sweet. By the way, anyone listening in on Twitch, we do have a live stream going on YouTube. It's in our Instagram comment section. So if you want more than just Tetris to look at.
Enthusiastic. You gotta be like, alright guys, make sure you subscribe and punch that bell.
Punch the like button in the face like a boss.
Like a boss!
And as always, that's
all right.
the next video.
Also not sponsored by Jacksepticeye.
Bro,
Only sponsored by Monster
Or Marky Me for that matter.
and Raid Shadow Legends.
bro,
That's how we know
Also-
we made it big.
Also sponsored by air horns. Wah, 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 wah.
Eventually, maybe we'll be sponsored by Warface. Who knows?
I want to be sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends and Monster.
I actually have
That's some sort
Markiplier's
of
number.
wine.
We can be sponsored by him.
dude, that guy's looking for a sponsorship right now. I don't think he's gonna sponsor anybody.
Right.
Well, he makes hundreds of thousands of dollars off of YouTube, so...
Yeah, I don't think he's looking to sponsor anyone right now.
Oh, there we
Yeah,
go.
he's
That'll work.
He's got 2 channels to run.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he's got that Unis Honest thing going on right now.
Which is awesome, by the way. Everyone should watch it. It's pretty great.
I've watched a
The
little
stream
bit.
counts as Unis Honest, or counts as March's Honest.
Heck yeah.
Yes, it does.
So I'm gonna
How's
say,
that Arcana check?
He failed the Arcana check.
alright,
With-
so I'm going
Details. No one
So
can see things.
he rolled a 13, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
He said he
didn't
rolled
get
a
high enough to know that it came from Zor-El specifically.
so I'm
Do
gonna
I
say,
do I have I just kind of have like a vague I'm like curious of him now. I don't know it came from him, but I'm like maybe.
You have no idea that it came from him, but you do know that it was a magical means of explosion. It's just as perplexing to you as it is most of the rest of the party on
Okay.
how this happened.
Okay. Well, considering it's my first time seeing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the second time for everyone else.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say to Zarel, yeah, I was all the way over there when this explosion happened. This is the second time something has come out of the air and tried to hit me. I pull up the longsword.
Oh, cool, you got a new sword.
No, this almost scared me.
Oh.
I turned to Zane
got a
and
new
I'm like,
sword.
I turned to Zane and I'm like, second time? What was the first?
A campfire exploded.
Guys, I'm dying.
We're working on it.
If he becomes desperate, I will use Cure Wounds on you. If.
So the explosion was pretty loud. There are now medical mages coming out to see what the fuck happened, as well as extra guards,
God,
because
this fucks are taking forever.
because the rest of the castle is now under alarm because of said explosion.
Jesus Christ.
Out of context. Thanks, Zoril.
One of the soldiers recognizes
Alone, he
Zigbar
feels
and
bad
comes out
already,
to
poor
you.
baby.
Oi!
There was
Take blame.
explosion. What?
The fuck?
Don't take that tone of voice with me. There was an explosion while we were training. This woman is hurt. We need to take her to the medical facilities.
Liz.
He kind of looks at you dumbfounded, like he doesn't really believe you, but he's always kind of had this way with you. But he does notice that the elf is hurt, and he knows that if the elf stays hurt, he's gonna be hurt. So he kind of ushers
Very
y'all
much
in.
so. Get her to the goddamn medical facilities.
It's not you he's afraid of.
Okay. He should be then.
It's not.
I'm gonna keep yelling at you!
So the medical mages come and take Artasia from you, Zigbar, and carry her inside. And as they're carrying her inside, you automatically start seeing them, like, lights are like illuminating her body. She's starting to heal slowly. She's already starting to get some color back into her, and the bruising's starting to fade. One of the smaller, younger mages walks over to Zarel and Zane. Mostly Zane, because she sees that he is literally covered in blood and is very concerned.
Oh, don't worry, it's not mine. It's deer. It's deer blood.
She checks you
That's
over
not how you
anyway.
open. No, it's not my blood.
She checks you over anyway, just to confirm, realizes that you are in fact okay, and then turns to Zarel, who only has minor injuries, and starts to tend to those wounds while ushering him inside as well.
We both have minor injuries.
They don't really care about
really
you all
care.
that much. They know that you're important to Evith, but they really don't care because of your attitude towards them anyway.
I'm fine anyway. I'm fine anyway.
He's like, I don't need your help anyway, bakas.
Baka!
Right, can I heal myself, or...
They're
do I have to
healing
wait?
you
I won't
already,
heal
so
you.
you can save your stuff.
I mean, like, can I go, like, heal myself, like, all the way up?
They're gonna heal you all the way up. Oh, on your stats, yeah, y'all can go ahead and put your health at full
Okay, cool.
Too late.
Boink. There we
if you
go.
hadn't already.
Yeah, I just keep getting more DBZ vibes. I'm just picturing little dendes, like...
Yep, just keep
Little
imagining
green.
that.
Imagine that, but they're like 6 feet.
Sorry. So we're all going inside now?
Yep, everybody is now inside the...
Little green?
Everybody is now inside the castle. And we are currently being held and slightly questioned on why, first off, you were in the training grounds, and secondly, why there was an explosion. They're each individually asking you questions in separate rooms. Let's start with Artasia, who is now conscious and fully healed.
Great.
So, what happened exactly?
Off topic, why are you British?
It's the maid. It's the mage. Just go with it. She's female, she's pretty, she looks just like you, and she feels very comfortable because you also are an elf.
Alright. What was the question again?
What exactly happened?
I was training. The tiefling knocked me out. And then there was an explosion. And then I got knocked out again. Now I'm here.
Ah, I see.
Anything else?
Was there
Or-
anything peculiar that happened before the explosion?
Not that I can think of. Well, there was some birds that, like, fell from the sky, I guess.
Damn birds.
Oh yeah, birds were exploding.
There were a couple dead birds.
I totally forgot
That
about
was
the
kind of
dead
weird.
birds. Oh, I see. I must go check the yard again. She writes all
Yeah,
this
go find
down
the birds.
and
those birds.
dismisses you, saying that she will be back momentarily. And as soon as she returns, then you can leave the room. But until then, she would like for you to stay here.
Okay.
Moving on, Zorel, you are the next one to be questioned in your own separate room. You have no idea what
no.
Artasia has talked about. You are also unlucky enough to have gotten one of the guards that rushed out instead of one of the mages.
Oh god damn it.
Can't deal with that soccer hooligan.
He's a little bit wary of you because he's not really seen your type of character before. You're blue and wet and it's kind of gross, and the word moist isn't his likely word.
Moist.
Voice.
So he is kind of keeping his distance from you, but he's still wanting to question you on what happened in the training grounds.
That's kind of funny.
So, what are you again?
I'm a Genasi.
Genasi.
I always wanted to say Genasi because I like the idea that he can't pronounce his own name.
That works
Or
too.
his own race.
I'm a, yeah. It
Well,
starts with a
'cause-
G. Hold on.
Well, because for the longest time I kept calling him a Genasi, but it's Genasi. So,
Potato, potato.
Potato, potato. Just like, I'm part genie.
I look like Will Smith.
I've only ever heard of them in the storybooks and such.
In the movies.
Oh, it
Ta-da!
makes you feel any better. Never seen her genie myself.
Do you grant 3 wishes?
So, what the bloody fuck happened out there?
Oh. Well, he's like kind of debating on just like spilling the beans, but he's kind of deciding against it because he's like, it's probably best if I just tell everybody at once instead of, have them having to hear from a second party. So it's like, I don't know. They were fighting. It was great, by the way. It was super cool. They were going at it like crazy, and at first it was, like kind of neck and neck, and then Zigbar was kind of, he had her on the ropes, and then she had him on the ropes, and then he got her on the ropes again, and then she got knocked out, and then explosions happened.
He's like
I-
so
I-
intrigued by the story and how you're telling it that he's actually kind of visually like you see his head like going side to side like he's actually watching a fight.
I am also intrigued. Keep going.
Why are you there?
Telling you, he's Piccolo. He has really good hearing.
Why didn't you dodge? Blech.
So yeah, that's basically. So yeah, Zorel's just kind of like describing it like a kid would, just like, so yeah, they were fighting and it was really cool, and then they were using magic, and then she had extra arms, and then she was like, bah, 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 bah.
How the
Then
fuck
Zigbar
old
was like-
is Zorel?
then Zigbar was just like whoosh whoosh dodging and stuff, and it was really cool. And then she got him, and it was like, bam. Meanwhile, a bunch of birds started dying. I just assumed it was because they were so strong or something. Anyway, so yeah, they started fighting, and then they had her on the ropes, and he knocked her out, but then he was really, really cool about it, picked her back up and healed her a little, but then the explosion happened, and then she got knocked out again.
He's like frantically starting to try to write all of this down because he wants to make sure that he doesn't miss a single moment of it. And also, he has to be able to relay this properly to Evith whenever he gets around to it.
Oh my god.
Can I like give you a cookie or something? That was amazing.
Can you imagine he's reading these notes out loud in like a straight face? And then he went pow pow pow.
And then whoosh, he was dodging like whoosh whoosh.
And then he was dodging like whoosh.
Zorel has this childlike wonder to everything.
Alright, so he's done with you now, Zorel. He's taken your statement. He tells you to just kind of sit tight and try not to drip on anything.
Kaito promised nothing.
And then leaves you, asking you to not leave the room. We're gonna move on to Zane. Zane, you are also unlucky enough to not get a mage. You actually get the other guard that was very rude to Zigbar.
Alright
Okay,
then.
I'm a dick.
So he's sitting there cross-armed, very much unimpressed, even if
Punch
you
him in the
are
face.
covered in blood. Things hate me today. Why do all things hate me today?
He's out the guard saying that'd be hilarious.
Why the fuck I gotta be here?
No, but the tablet that I had all of y'all's information up on just fucking like restarted itself, so
Oh.
I don't
Big
fucking
sad.
understand.
Guard's just like, God damn, I knew I should have called in today.
He is a
I
little
don't want
bit.
to be in bed.
Dead.
Oh, good. It's all saved. Awesome.
Very dead.
Alright, so. He's sitting cross-armed, staring at you, unimpressed. He's somewhat trying to intimidate you, but it's also not really working. Oi.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sucker Hogan.
Why are you here? Why are you at the castle?
They're
What?
all British.
This might come into play later. You might want to pay attention.
Okay.
Because I saw the explosion happen over here and noticed that, and know that my friends were over here, so I want to check on them, see if they're okay.
And just where the bloody fuck were you?
I went out hunting. Hence why I'm covered in deer blood.
Oh my god, he's so British.
So, you're telling me you were illegally hunting in the Queen's Forest?
Uh-oh.
Dope.
I'm gonna take
Well,
that silence
sorry,
as a
dude.
confession of truth.
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't know that it was illegal to hunt to actually survive.
There's a bloody sign on the fence. It's
I
marked
have a
in
right
the
to an
town
attorney.
marketplace. Even the
sign?
goddamned butcher has a fucking post on her goddamn window.
Stop by the butcher.
Well, for the record, he's a ranger with a very low intelligence, so
You can claim
Probably can't
illiteracy.
read.
Say, I did not see a sign.
Claim you're illiterate.
Roll persuasion.
Ah, crap, where'd my phone go? There it is. Aye.
19.
Yeah, I guess you got 19.
He believes you. He doesn't like that he believes you, but he believes you.
And as I was hunting and heard the explosion come from here, this sword fell out of the sky and almost scared me.
He sees the sword that you're holding out. He sees the seal on the hilt. He immediately takes it from your hands forcibly. And is just kind of holding it, shaking slightly.
It's just a longsword. Chill the fuck out.
Is it?
How did you get
just
this?
a longsword?
As I said, it fell out of the sky. I'm presuming from the explosion.
You're
it was
lucky
smoking
it's
when I
in
saw
one
it.
piece. Evith would have your head knowing you've been carrying this around.
I brought it right back. Figured the owner might want it.
Oh, you were lucky I got to it first, boy.
Duly noted.
That guard's a dick.
That guard basically just saved his life because it's Evith's sword.
Oh. So wait, you said it was a regular longsword.
I did.
If it's Eva's sword, how is that thing not magical?
Because she likes to take her time and she doesn't want anything to basically keep her prey from suffering.
Sadistic. I like it.
That is both scary and
I think we
arousing at
have
the same
another
time.
girlfriend coming.
If only. I don't think a nat 20 would save me from that.
Whatever, you're both shipped anyway.
Shipped. So shipped.
So he takes the sword and lays it on a table in the room, literally rips off his own cloth armor, and starts to wrap the sword delicately, hoping that
That way
it's
his
not
fingerprints aren't on
actually hoping that it's not actually broken in some fashion. He then leaves the room with it and doesn't say a word.
Yippee.
Zigbar,
Yes. That's me.
you are now in the throne room.
Uh-oh.
Dee, 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 dee.
Someone's in trouble. Ooh, about to get fired.
You don't
Alright, go
see anyone in the throne room, so what would you like to do?
Prepare your letter of
I-
resignation.
Shut up. I just kind of walk up to the throne. I don't sit in it, but I kind of gently run my hand against the arm of the chair, and then stand by it as if like loyal to the throne type thing.
Ew.
When
Hey,
his
at least I
loyalty
got
disgusts
royalty as
you?
a girlfriend.
It's a hetero thing. It's gross. I only ship the gays.
Fuck off.
Your time will your time will come, Em. Your time will come.
Giggity.
I don't really have a thing for the queen. I just respect the way she's treated me so far.
Alright, make a perception roll.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Let's not roll a perception roll, okay? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Explosions are bad, okay? You can't be doing that with battlegrounds.
Warning, there was an unexpected character.
I typed that wrong. Sorry.
You totally did.
Sorry. My keyboard's weird.
It also says you're. Oh no, okay, no, that's the dice thing. I was gonna say first thing that it also says you were a bot.
15.
Okay, so then your statement was true.
I said make a perception roll.
Well,
I don't know what you were talking about, James. I'm lost.
no, Boolean. The not 1d20 5. D20 equal 5. Well, it didn't equal 5. This
Yeah.
has to be true.
Oh, okay. You were talking
Well,
about coding.
like I said, it was because I typed it wrong.
Who's
I did equal
brushing?
instead of plus.
Jess
I heard
is-
shaking.
It's not me.
Jeff?
I mean, I'm doodling.
Okay.
One of them's like, not me. What? What?
I'm like
So
doodling
15.
on like receipt paper.
Aw.
You
All
didn't
right, so
notice the dagger that is now underneath your chin?
How the fuck did I not notice a dagger underneath my chin with a 15?
'Cause stealth wins.
Stealth 100, bitch.
It's just like, I feel something sharp.
It's like something's poking my chin. Oh, that's it.
Ah, there's a
Fuck
dagger
you
there, of course.
all. I turn my gaze to the person with the dagger to my chin. I don't really move. My eyes just turn.
Like an owl.
So there's this really pretty blonde elf with this quirky smirk on her face. And you've known her long enough to know that that quirky smirk means that she's kind of pissed off.
Oh no.
Please tell me this is Evith.
You're about to get fired.
Your ass is grass.
And what do you want?
You're really about to get fired.
I would like to know why you brought 4 new people into my castle without me knowing.
For the record, one needed medical attention. The rest, the only thing I had to do was bringing them to an inn.
And why was my castle attacked?
Attacked?
Was there not an explosion in the training grounds?
I admit I don't know the origin of the explosion. However, I was there when it happened.
Therefore, we were under attack.
If you were under attack, there would have been another attack already.
That's what we thought whenever the coast guards actually came from the coast, claiming peace, and then wiped out half of our city. Remember?
I now turn my head and cross my arms. If you are under attack, believe me, you would be the first to know.
Would I?
You would.
You know how hard it is
I
to
feel
find
she's
loyal
gonna stab
subjects
him.
nowadays.
I'm sorry, what was that last thing she said?
Do you know how hard it is to find loyal subjects nowadays?
I brush her arm aside with mine, and I say, believe me, if I had any intention, you'd already be dead.
And you would have died in the streets if I had not picked you up.
Then we have a mutual agreement
I don't see what the agreement is.
that we're
They
both
let each
loyal.
other live.
Ah, okay.
He's turned on by her dominatrix nature.
I think that's what's happening. Because I feel like if she's as crazy as, she's being made out to be, she would have stabbed him, like, years ago.
I'm basically
No,
picturing
I'm-
a
He clearly got-
Blondula from
I'm kind of used to her, and I just kind of brush her hand aside, and I'm like, really?
Like, he clearly got a little comfy already.
Get into a diction competition with a woman. Must have had the world's cruelest handicap.
See now I might actually be turned on.
I don't know about that. I think he'd be less turned on if he realized that his tail is also between two swords that are in a scissor manner.
Don't really care.
He would if the scissors actually cut.
I know, but I understand the situation.
Roll
Continue.
persuasion.
Okay. I'd like to do something actually, if you allow.
What?
I would like to cast thaumaturgy and turn this into an intimidation instead.
Oh lord.
No.
No? Okay.
You know that if you try to intimidate her, she will actually stab you.
I brushed her hand aside.
Mm-hmm. You forgot
Oops, I
something.
forgot I forgot this sucks! 19.
No, it's +5. They ignore the _5. So
Just copy and paste and reuse over and over and over.
Yeah. So 19.
+5. Unless she wants
No,
to
that
reroll.
no, it was a 14 plus 5 equals 19.
No, it didn't.
No,
It
your
didn't.
thing did the wrong again because you didn't put a
Did it?
+5. You did an _5.
Or 5.
I
So
did.
it rolled a 19, then add the 5.
Okay, so 24
Reroll.
then.
Reroll.
Do it right.
You know how in Emperor's New Groove, Cusco pops in? Like,
There we
the
go.
whole-
19! Ha!
Official
Like the
19.
brief, like the
Official
brief thing
19.
happens, and he like pops up, and he starts doodling.
Whoa,
Like,
whoa,
I feel like
whoa,
that's
whoa.
what our characters do, only they roll dice.
Right. Okay, so 19. Official 19.
Alright, so you have persuaded her that you are still loyal to her services. So she decides to put the dagger away, and she calls off the 4 archers that are hiding in the battlements that
God
you also
damn.
didn't notice.
Damn, that's because
She
she
does
likes
not
me.
trust you. Oh yeah, she
I-
does like him.
I proceed to kind of glare at her in a sort of diminutive tone, and I say, if I had any ill will towards the throne, I would have made a move already. But I do not, as you have shown me kindness when I entered the city.
I feel like in her mind
She
she's
kind of
constantly
waves
like,
you
"Shut
off,
up."
not really listening anymore, and decides to take her seat in the most casual of manners. It is very unbefitting of somebody in her status.
So she's
Bitch.
kind of just lounging in it.
So we're talking like legs just spread, just like, what up?
You know how you sit on the couch and you throw your legs over the chair?
Yeah.
That.
Chilling.
Yeah, just chilling, fam. I mean,
It's basically like the
honestly-
Cusco look, but like much,
You mean
much
what
more
I'm doing
relaxed.
right now?
Probably. I have no clue.
Essentially.
I mean, honestly, let's all be real here. If we were all in some sort of power, like, that's basically how we'd all sit.
Truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's now sitting in her throne, spinning the dagger in her fingers playfully. You see her kind of flip you off. Just for no reason.
I've already done so I don't really mind.
Aw, cute.
So, Ziggy, when do I get to meet your new friends?
One of them is injured at the moment. One of them is drunk. The other 2 you may meet at any time.
I am not drunk.
I think she's
Why
talking
did
about
you have
M.
the trumpets?
I'm referring to the rogue.
Oh.
Tito is still with the Dimetrodon. Just FYI.
Aw, poor baby. Tito's missing out.
He really is.
One's drunk, one's high, one's injured, and the other one's okay.
Physically, not
No.
mentally.
Yeah.
I believe they should be ready to go then, if they came in when you did. You know, I only hire the best.
As you wish.
She's also very impatient, so you know you need to go get them quickly, or some poor sap might die.
I motioned to one of the guards at the end of the hall to bring in the ones that are mentally stable.
I don't think that's
Define
any of them,
mentally
but okay.
And by that I mean all but the rogue.
Alright, so
Okay, once you can carry a conversation, got it.
all three of your doors burst open at the same time. A guard comes in, motions for you to follow them, and silently marches you out in a straight line.
Me?
All of them.
I'm
Oh,
detained.
okay, them. My name is Dane.
No, I said, am I being detained?
My name's Dane.
Fuck off.
His intelligence isn't that low.
My intelligence is 13, okay?
His intelligence is better than the deer.
And the deer could talk, so...
The deer couldn't talk, they were talking to themselves. Don't die.
Wow.
Sounds like you're dying.
Alrighty then.
Alright, now, for real though, am I being detained? Am I being arrested?
They're not saying
Where's your
anything to
warrant?
you guys, but they're still like making sure that y'all come into the hall.
I kind of half-heartedly tried to make them feel better by saying you're not being arrested. The queen wishes to speak with you.
That sounds like arrest.
Aw. Zorel's kind of just like looking down because he thinks he got his friends in trouble.
Oh, good. At least we can get that contract.
Alright, so all of y'all have now entered into the hall. I forgot what I called it earlier. So y'all are all in the hall where Evith is, casually sitting, playing with her daggers on her throne. You have
Again, do
been
you need
lined
the,
up.
I saw him at us.
Do you need her stat block real quick?
I found one, so it's okay. I forgot that you had actually had one for her.
Well, fine, I'll just delete it then.
I forgot. But you can send it anyway.
To make me feel better.
Yes, I was actually kind of really struggling to get one set up for her because I'd forgotten.
Okay.
Aw.
So again, she's on her throne. She's playing with her dagger. She seems very preoccupied, and you believe that she hasn't realized that y'all have entered the hall.
I don't believe that, but okay.
Hold on just a sec, Ellie.
Zigbar is doing paperwork. What are the rest of you doing?
Basically, yeah.
Just picture him with like
Being
little like he's putting on little glasses and he's like stamping stuff at a desk.
That would be something to see. Oh.
When did he become the secretary?
There you go. There you go. I sent it via gig.
Got it. Cool. Thank you.
Joe's just like, oh, you're the queen.
The queen! The queen!
Oh god, no.
The queen! Come along, my brothers!
My Buddha.
My Buddha.
You're not gonna
Are you
believe
okay?
this, but I actually, like, the stat block that I had come up for with her was actually really close to this.
Really?
Oh, God.
Really close. It was surprisingly close.
Well,
All right.
whichever you want to use then.
I'm going to use yours because it is still slightly better, but again, I was really close.
Okay.
And it's
Jesus,
really
you are
nice to
OP
have
as
one.
fuck.
I did. I really did, actually.
She's actually only level 1, but she's still really good.
She's level
Jesus.
1 with a base 16 intelligence, dexterity, and a 17 wisdom modifier.
And charisma of 16.
Yep.
Jesus fuck.
And her
Yeah.
constitution is 14.
Cool.
So could we get her drunk? Maybe get her drinks. Have party times.
So what are
I'm
you
gonna
guys doing
murder
again?
you.
Being detained.
So, Artesia's over there content with her detainment. Zarel, Zane, what are you wanting to do?
Just like,
I
like I
love
said,
how
I
3 of
kind
our
of
4 characters start with the Z.
Yep.
eh. What is it? Yeah, like I said, it's like, oh, like you're the queen.
Zane, do you have anything you would like to contribute before I continue?
I'd rather not speak out of term.
All right. She perks up hearing hearing Zarel speak. So plainly and childlike, it catches her attention.
Ellie?
Hmm.
I'm currently standing beside the throne, right?
More or less.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
sitting at your desk. You got your
I
tie
don't
on.
have a fucking desk.
You got your little glasses.
You
I'm
become her
glasses.
secretary, bitch.
But I'm like her right hand guard type thing.
Yeah, you're
Even
her
much to your
secretary.
own astonishment, Zigbar, she has managed to basically almost leap from her throne chair to stand right in front of Zarel.
Oh God.
Raise an eyebrow as I watch.
She's examining you very thoroughly, Zarel.
Zero's just kind of thinking like, oh God, it's like that other guy again. Does she want my sweat? Does she want my sweat?
If I may, you can edit this out if you want. I'd like to point out that I have done a good enough job that even the queen doesn't really know that I'm a warlock. She still thinks I'm a fighter.
That's fine. But good to remember. Alright, so Zarel,
Yes.
she's actually like all up in your business. She's actually touching you in a bunch of areas, and some of which you're not entirely comfortable with. She's so intrigued because you are the first Genasi that she has ever seen. You are also a water Genasi, which is also intriguing to her because she has this slight fascination about the sea.
Aww.
Yes, I have a dick.
Just like, this is just like, it's like, what is it with elves in my sweat? Oh, and like, listen, ma'am, if you want some, you could just ask.
Interesting.
You don't have
Elves
to
in my
be all
sweat.
touchy-feely.
She's actually obviously not even listening to a word that's coming out of your mouth anymore. She's just very intrigued by your entire being.
Okay. Like, so this is happening.
Zigbar is just kind of smirking as he watches.
Oh my god, Zarel's getting molested.
And y'all
Hey, you
ain't
know
doing
what?
shit to help him.
So, whatever.
Nope.
I don't want my hand cut off.
Okay. So continuing on. Fascinating. Utterly fascinating. How are you always so wet?
Oh, I'm a water Genasi. That's kind of my thing.
But how?
Always
Like, is it
moist.
perpetual sweat?
Well, kind of. I'm just always moist.
You see one of the guards in the back kind of shudder.
Like, it's actually funny how you say that. It's not quite sweat, because this is fresh water. Like, it's not salty at all.
You actually kind of do hear her inhale. I see. It's like a very fresh spring day in the forest. Very refreshing.
Yeah, exactly.
weirdly enough, if I drink too much alcohol, it kind of does pour out, out of my pores, and it smells really bad.
Ooh. Sigba, I need a barrel. Is nobody gonna step up to help the poor Ganassi?
I don't even know how to go about helping.
I think everyone just has like a super confused.
Hold up. I step forward, and I'm like, my queen, I think we should continue with the matter at hand.
Oh, are these your new friends?
They are.
I don't know him.
It's like, oh, cool, we're friends, Ziggy.
So,
I think we shared a drink together.
And the queen said so, so now it's now it's practically law. Now we have to be friends.
She puts an arm around you, Zarel, and turns to Ziggy. Exactly, you have to be friends now.
I just reiterate, so to speak. I kind of roll my eyes as I'm saying so.
She looks back at you, Zarel, and is just like, see, he's already your best friend.
Well, he did make me a bendy straw at the bar. That was really nice.
I like how you remember the simple things.
I just kind of look up and to the side, remembering that.
She starts walking back to her chair. She still hasn't taken her arm from around you, Zarel, so you're just kind of having to be forced walked with her.
Okay.
Good luck!
Okay. You can do it!
Oh, hang up.
She's about as tall as Artasia, but she's kind of got a very muscular build, even for an elf.
Hey, we're both pretty buff.
That's true. That is true. You are like.
See, I keep thinking of Artasia as like bodybuilder buff though.
A buff Pocahontas.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah. Let's see. What can compare to buff Pocahontas?
Just took off the wrong turn! She sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
For the
Not
two that
exactly.
just hopped into our chat, we just met up with the Duchess, and she's weirdly obsessed with our water Ganassi.
Well, I mean, if I remember correctly, Ganassi's in general are like really rare.
I mean,
She's weirdly obsessed with them, though.
I
A little
feel
bit.
I feel like she's so
Definitely ganged
obsessed.
up on you.
I think it's
given
just Ganassi in general, and then the water Ganassi is just kind of an added bonus.
I mean, I think she's so obsessed that she might even get to the point, if allowed, she may try to cut up Zarel, just to see how it all works.
She's not that weirdly obsessed, but she would
Yes.
probably murder anybody who hurt the poor thing.
Oh,
Aww.
okay.
Okay,
She's
childlike
cool with
wonder
me,
it
then.
is.
Bitch, I'm adorable.
Okay, so, continuing.
So as she's walking to her throne, she, like, sits down, but she doesn't sit down like she had before. It's literally, like, on the arm of her chair. And when she does that and she swings around, she basically pulls Zarel and places him into her throne.
Comfy. I see why you lounged in it.
It's
Isn't
made
it,
of
though?
stone.
There's a nice comfy little pillow on it.
But mostly stone.
So Ziggy says that he's here, or that he brought you here because you had business with me.
They
Oh
did.
yeah, I almost forgot. We're trying to find info on some ogres that are kidnapping people.
Oh, if you'd said so, I probably wouldn't have had you detained for so long.
Told you we were
Ziggy.
being detained.
That's okay, it was only for a minute or two.
I need the scroll, please. Ziggy, I need the scroll, please.
I'm telling you, she's giving off serious Azula vibes. I love it.
Right? I
Seriously.
twirl it between my fingers before handing it to you, just kind of as a show of finesse.
Okay.
She takes it from you, opens it up. Basically, Zarel is the only one that can legit read this thing because he's right there. So you're here to
Except
take
for the fact
out...
that Zor-El is illiterate.
I don't know if Zarel is illiterate. Is Zarel illiterate?
No.
Yeah, he was at the library.
What
Yeah,
is Zorel's
library.
intelligence score?
He was at the library with me,
He
like,
was at
you
the
know,
library.
reading stuff.
He's 14. So
Well, you
he's
do
not
not-
dumb.
Yeah, like, I can read. Asshole.
Yeah.
God, he was at the library.
Library,
Yeah, we would-
sir.
Library.
Libations?
The libation.
Yeah, like, this is adorable. Now I'm kind of just picturing her, like, greeting it to him like a kid, you know? Just like, and you see, this
He's
is...
just there, like,
Upon a time.
But, you know, Zarel's just chill about it. She's like, oh, cool, you're letting me read this.
Okay, yeah, okay.
So she goes on to state the facts of the intended quest. You are to take out the ogres that are basically terrorizing the Tannawil Bluffs on the opposite end of Dragon's Vale, which is the forest next to Innsgate. The last reported incident was actually from a member of the town of Haywood, who is literally just outside of the bluffs. The person had arrived nearly beaten, bloody, and was only conscious enough to tell them that they were coming.
Sounds like they're getting more aggressive.
He also had several bite marks along his body, and the fine, or the reward for dealing with the ogres actually went up, because you kind of see, Zarel, that the last reward was actually X'd out in a lot of black ink, and above it was a handwritten number that you thought had way too many commas.
It has 3 commas. I can't count that high.
Fuck off.
It was obviously written in haste, which is probably why there were 6 commas instead of 3.
Jesus, 6 commas.
How many ogres are there, do you know?
No, darling, I can't actually tell you that because nobody has been conscious enough or lived long enough to tell me just exactly what was on the other side of those bluffs. And I would rather not go out there and risk my own pretty neck.
Fair
enough.
kind of pretty. Who's their usual target?
It seems it's been anyone from halflings to dwarves, mostly, but we have had a couple elves go missing, and it's not been pretty. We usually find their ears pinned to the trees.
Aw,
Just
poor
the
thing.
ears.
That's no fun. So they're trying to go after smaller people, eh?
Yeah,
Artasia,
Tito's our shortest.
you kind of feel bad because you could imagine your own ears just being pinned to a tree and then being left there.
Actually, funnily enough, I stopped doodling, like, as you said that. I was just kind of like, what?
What the fuck?
It's like, ouch.
Not my ears.
Hey, Tito's our shortest, though. You want to use him as bait?
You could.
Wow.
So all you have to do is sign here, here, and here. This is just a legal contract saying that if you die, I'm not responsible for it. You win of this of your own volition, and, you know, so on and so forth, blah, 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 drool, drivel. And once you bring back the head of the ogre, the treasure is yours.
Before
read
they
that
go
blah,
to
blah.
sign, Before they go to sign, I turn to the queen and I say, I will go with them. That way, maybe this batch won't fail as the last 3 did.
Wait, why didn't you go with the first one if you're all that powerful?
Because the first ones obviously thought they could handle it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what about the second one?
They
Well,
obviously
that's
thought they could handle it.
Well, this is
We think we could
because
handle it.
he's just showing more so that we are his friends.
Exactly.
Shut up.
Yeah, that's what
he's
Zarel's
worried
thinking.
about us.
Like, aw, cares.
The queen actually does, or the duchess actually does
Exactly,
something
Project
that's,
Dawstar. You gotta read the fine print. Read all the blah blahs before you sign that.
Read all the blah blahs before you sign that.
Oh, see, that's the problem. It literally just says blah blah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, sounds about right for the queen. I mean, just being honest.
Yeah, it literally says blah blah this and that, dribble drabble, sign here.
Dribble, drabble, sign here. Since when could Zorhel speak? Or, read?
Since ever.
He's not stupid.
Are
We already
you sure?
established this.
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
I'm looking at his stat blocks right now. He is at least 14 with a +2 of intelligence.
Okay.
And again, we've established that he can read. He was with me doing research.
I can read basic words.
So the Duchess did kind of hear that you were going to go, and she slaps both of your cheeks with her hands. It's very loud, and it kind of echoes throughout the hall.
Oh
She
dear.
pinches them, and then she just kind of shakes your head like she would a pit bull.
Oh, she does that. Okay, I thought you meant like she just fucking bitch slapped him twice.
Yeah, that's what I was imagining. Like, really fast.
As funny as this sounds, could you please repeat that because I didn't hear you cutting out?
She takes both of her hands and what's the word I'm looking for?
Aggressively,
Aggressively.
playfully.
Aggressively works. Very aggressively slaps both of your cheeks, pinches them, and then starts shaking your face like you would a cute pit bull or like a bulldog or like a grandmother to a small child.
I grab her arms, not aggressively, but in the fashion of like, cut that out now.
Project Dawstar said kinky.
She kind of gives you a very toothy grin. It's obvious that she's had a couple of her teeth filed.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm not
That's
surprised.
kinky.
That's kinky.
Someone's into biting.
Zarel's just kind of rubbing his cheeks like, that looks like it hurts.
It's like Zarella's over there feeling like the pain for you.
Well, he is like
I'm sorry,
right
bud.
next to them.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're being too nice, Ziggy. You didn't go at the last 4 parties.
I'm glad someone else sees my reasoning.
The last 4 parties were trash. There might be some hope for
Potential?
these.
Oh.
It's because he's our
You
friend
have
now, isn't that Ziggy?
It's like, thank you, I think.
It's because he's our friend now, isn't that right, Ziggy?
I just kind of glare at him. I don't say anything to confirm nor deny.
That's a yes.
He's like, I'm not doing this because I like you, Blanca.
Kind of yes.
She rolls the scroll back up, hands it to Zarel, and then pats him on the back so that he is now forced to stand up and continue walking.
That's a hard pat.
Yeah. I mean, she is buff, though.
It's like,
She
oh,
does it
wait,
as delicately as she can.
oh wait, man, that
As delicately as she can with a 18 strength.
I'm assuming she's lived long enough to know how to control it. She's not a brute.
Maybe.
That we know of. What you were gonna say?
Oh, I say, hold on, ma'am, hold on. Do I have a rag or anything? Like, I don't want you to sit on a wet chair.
Oh.
This is adorable.
Do I have cloth or anything like that?
Well, you
You
do
got
have
clothes.
pants.
Probably should.
And I
Do you
think
have
your
leather
cloak.
pants?
No,
Torch,
she's getting leather pants made.
Oh,
tinderbox, torch. Ah, dang it. Yeah, I don't have a cloth or anything.
She
Like,
stands up and walks over to you, places both of her hands on your shoulders, and just kind of taps you. And's like, it's totally fine. I'm gonna be okay. A wet chair is a small price to pay for seeing something so amazing.
Aww. Just like
Zigbar rolls his eyes again.
he just kind of blushing. Just like, aw.
Alright. Ziggy, you can take them away now.
I step down from the throne and start leading them back out the room.
As you close the door, you hear 4 thunks.
Jesus.
The locks.
Nope.
Oh lord.
Uh-oh.
4 thunks.
There are 4 thunks followed by hysterical laughter.
Oh no, I'm scared.
The fuck she do? Best not to know. Best not to know. All these squares make a circle. All these squares make a circle.
Wait a minute, you're not
Right,
the
so-
genie.
Alright, so y'all are now
just
being
need-
escorted by Zigbar somewhere. Zigbar, where are you leading them?
I'm leading them to rooms within the castle.
Ooh, didn't we just get stuff at the end?
They do have rooms paid for by you at Cakes and Duchess's Purple Egg.
They've already had one day, which I paid for.
We didn't. No,
Nope.
this is
You
the
know
same
what?
day, though.
Artasia bargained 3 out of
And
it.
that's just my head. I did what now?
What?
Artasia bargained 3
Sorry.
days out of it, and it's all being paid out of your pocket.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'll lead them back then to the inn then.
Well, I'm gonna say to the party, well, that went better than I thought it would.
Yeah, she was really nice. Touchy-feely, but she was nice.
To you.
I mean, she didn't
Yeah,
look
okay.
at us,
Yeah,
so.
Zero's kind of turning to Artasia, just like, what is it with you elves and wanting to touch me all of a sudden?
I haven't touched you.
Yet.
I'm good, thanks.
I'm just saying, if you want to, just ask. Like, it's getting really weird.
I'm good, thank you.
Alright, so where are you taking us, Ziggy?
I'm taking you back to the inn. That way you can get some rest.
Oh, good, yeah, because I have a feeling if we stayed in the castle, she would have just broken into Zarel's room.
Most likely.
You done God knows what.
Well, Project Dawnstar thinks that she's taking ogres for her sex dungeon, so
Oh, goodness.
probably just take you there.
To the sex
God.
dungeon!
Oh yeah, didn't you want a barrel? What was that all about?
I believe she wanted to get you drunk, Zarel.
Well, she didn't say the barrel was full.
Or your sweat.
Oh, so she just wanted to milk you.
Yeah. He's kind of like holding his like pecs. He's like, milk me.
Ew!
It's like that's not how that works. I'm a man.
I believe she meant your skin and just puts a finger on the wetness of his skin.
Ew.
Oh, I mean, you need a barrel for that. Just put me in a nice sauna.
Well, you did mention to her that when you get drunk, you tend to leak more.
No, I said that I smell.
Nope. You had actually said that you tend to permeate
said
more.
So she did want to get her drunk.
Yeah, but it doesn't come out as water. It pretty much comes out as the alcohol.
Exactly,
That's the point.
and she can profit from it.
Eh.
Oh man.
In her mind, it was basically like a weird purification system.
Well, like I said, she could literally do the same job just in a sauna. And I won't stink up the whole castle. But
Alright, so we're going back to the inn.
Yep, y'all are on y'all's way back to the inn.
I do my best to avoid cake.
Yeah, look, I have a feeling she's everywhere.
she's everywhere and nowhere.
She's everywhere.
Shut up.
According there's cake.
See, but they don't know about last time, Ziggy. They don't know about last time.
Oh, what happened last time, Ziggy?
But I still do my best to avoid cake.
Okay.
How come you keep
Explain.
avoiding cake?
Can I tell them, please?
Zane,
Nope.
since you were there last time, you can actually explain.
Why is he why is he acting weird, Zane?
Well, I meant like out of context.
Yes, out of context, you can explain.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it out of context because I don't want to ruin anything in game.
Gotcha.
So as we know, I went to hunt deer. I took their antlers, and lo and behold, found out, hey, they can be an aphrodisiac. So I give one. So I give one to Cake, so she could, put it in Zigbar's drink or something, and she could have her way with him.
You're a monster.
And the moment he handed it over, Zigbar was like, I sense a disturbance in the force.
And that's about the time he got tripped. That's why you failed your saving throws, because you were disturbed in the force. Alright, so you do make it back. Are you going to make any detours on your way back to Cakes and Duchess's?
Should probably go make sure Tito's still alive.
Okay, so y'all want to stop by Buckets?
No, he's fine. He's fine.
Also, see if the leather pants and shit is done.
Okay.
Well, it hasn't been
Let's just say they convinced me to go check on Tito. So as we go check on Tito, I go talk to a smithy.
You mean you're going to talk to Bucket, who is the smithy?
Sure.
Yeah, so either way, we have to go over there.
Yeah, I forgot who the smithy was. Sorry.
It's Bucket.
Bucket.
Okay, so we're going into town, it sounds like.
We're already in town. We're always in town.
We're going to the market, it sounds like.
We are the
We're at
town.
the smithy.
We are technically going to the market.
We're going to the market.
Alright, so we are now in Market.
I'm gonna see how Bones is doing. Go give him some water. I'm sure that old man's still alive.
So Artasia is going to Bones. Zigbar is going to Buckets. Who else is going where?
Hey, Zaril, want to meet my date?
Your date? When did you get a date?
That's why I'm covered in blood.
Because he's a
You
bard.
killed your date?
What?
No.
No, of
If
course
he gives
not.
you a
Because
shovel,
he's a
don't go.
bard.
Roll Persuasion.
I didn't kill my date, my god.
Roll
If he
Persuasion.
gives you a shovel, don't go with him.
Oh my god.
I want to laugh if it's...
17.
Okay, it's a 17. Damn it. It would be hilarious if it was a nat 1.
Oh, he was doing
you
a lot
don't
of those yesterday.
Oh, you don't even know the half of it.
So, you do believe that is exactly what he's saying.
Okay, so you didn't kill your date. What's up with the blood?
I killed deer. I got
Oh.
bloody.
Why would you be...
Well, he had to cut it up.
No, only one of them's a murder hobo.
Which took place to my date. So, want to go meet her?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Alright, to Beans!
Sure.
Beanies!
I'm pretty sure Tito's okay.
Now, you have to check your card to see where Beanie is at right now, because it is later in the day. You
Oh,
knew
his
that
date's
she was
eating.
at her shop before, but you also knew that she was going to her smokehouse after.
Yeah, guys met Beanie, right?
You've met Beanie.
Yeah, I met Beanie and she gave me a card.
Yeah, that's right. Didn't I go with you the second time to meet her?
Yeah, right before we went to the library.
Yeah, okay, so I do know her. Alright. Just making sure.
Let's
she's-
assume you got a card too. That way, you know, you're not
she's
all
the
like,
butcher.
Well, like, Zorel doesn't know who the date is, so he doesn't know to whip out the card.
Well, Zane was like, for Beanie, or to Beanie.
Oh, two
To be-
beanies.
To Beanie or not to Beanie.
That was the question. Alright, so she's at the smokehouse.
Cool.
Alright, so y'all make y'all's way over to the smokehouse. You do find Beanie. She's covered in her usual amount of blood. She's wearing her butcher apron, and she is now hanging differently colored meats to basically be smoked over several different types of wood fires.
Oh, hey, Miss Beanie.
Mahogany.
Hey, sweet thing. What's smoking?
Oh, hi. Let's see. We have some Lystrosaurus. I have some deer. This is rabbit. And I think in the back, if you don't ask me questions, then we won't get arrested.
Aw.
In the back, we have human.
Probably.
Did I say
Actually.
human? I meant cumin.
Whoa, whoa.
Yes. You know, they said, hi, Miss Beanie.
Oh, hi. How are you?
We're good. We just came back from the Queen's place.
Oh, you went and saw Evis? How'd that go? Did she throw anything at you?
No, she was
No.
actually very touchy-feely around me. It's kind of
She was-
weird.
She was all over Zorel.
Huh. Maybe it's 'cause you have water. She's got a thing about water.
Maybe it's because you look like Will Smith.
I mean, Will Smith is a
I
handsome man.
don't doubt it. Plus, Dawnstar thinks Beanie's a cannibal.
I told you! I told
Anyway.
you. This is how you made her seem.
Anyway,
I'm
hey,
sorry.
I didn't know you knew Beanie.
She's snorting! God is snorting!
Honk, honk.
Continuing on.
Continuing on.
So, Zorel, Beanie is my date. And I wrap my arm around her.
Aw, man, you work fast. We've
She
only
kind of
been here
draws
for
a
day.
cute little blood heart on your cheek.
Oh.
That's made in heaven.
That's why I'm covered in blood.
Wait, she covered you in blood?
No. We just work that way.
She was
Yeah,
kind of
just give a
looking at
smile.
you like... She was kind of looking at you like, okay, whatever you're into, man. No judgments.
Silently judging. Thinking about running.
By the way, Ellie,
Mm-hmm.
have all of us been healed fully?
Yes. That was stated that was stated like an hour and a half ago.
Just confirming.
Oh, okay. Out of context. Oh my god! The one time I decided to do something, the one thing Bardish, it was to ask for a date, and I got a fucking nat 20.
He said it as a joke. I made him roll persuasion, and he rolled a fucking nat 20.
Nice.
And this is why she won't let me be Bard. The power I have.
Nice. Well,
Because
alright,
it's-
well, what are you guys doing for your date?
I was thinking about going hunting. What do you think about that sweet thing?
She kind of jumps around excitedly, and
Aw.
she almost wants to hug you, but she stops herself from doing so and then just continues to dance excitedly.
Aw. Be cute.
See, I knew Im would totally support me.
Well, I mean, you know, you're you're both, you know,
Covered in blood.
carnivores. Uh,
Carnival.
you hunt things. You both don't care about blood.
Project Dunstar said, "Boy got a date with Hannibal Lecter."
Well, I mean, I do collect skins.
Appreciated.
As Alyssa said.
I think they were referring to Beanie.
They were referring to Beanie.
Beanie's probably like,
Hannibal
don't break
Lecter
up with
wifey.
me. My last ex, I had him with
It's
some
hanging in the back.
beans and a nice
Nah.
Chianti.
She is not a yandere.
Her ex is hanging in the back over there with the smoked meats.
Man, that guy got smoked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that
Damn right he
mystery
did.
is. Alright, so cool. You guys are gonna go hunting? What are you hunting for?
Her ex.
Whatever doesn't kill us.
So her ex.
Oh, you know, a Tarask.
Shut up, motherfucker. Motherfucker.
Well, you got to impress the lady.
I mean, he did bring in a Dimetrodon that he promised that she could carve up. So, I mean...
Yeah, so next you gotta hunt a Tarask.
Fuck no. No, no, no.
Wow.
I'll
what
maybe
happened
figure
to
something
Zane?
out for that. If
Oh,
not,
he got murdered.
By his girlfriend. She
We'll
needed
figure it
more
out.
meat.
No, that's why I just offer up different other things. As
No,
meat.
the reason his girlfriend lived was because she offered him up to the Tarask for meat.
Okay.
Just-
Cool.
all right. Any
well,
other business
You're
you wish to
welcome.
conduct with Beanie?
Hey, sweetness. Would you mind if we sampled some of your smoked meat?
Oh, they're not ready yet. I just put them on the spit.
Fucking Bard.
Alright. I'm just trying so hard not to. Trying so hard not to. I'm not saying it. Wrong time, wrong
That's
place.
what he is.
Not now.
That's what he is.
I am
He's
not
a
bard.
quagmire.
I am
He's
not
a
a.
fucking quagmire.
Okay, in real life, yes. Zane, however, is not.
You're a
He's not.
crackhead quagmire.
Guys, chill out.
Give him, please. Please give him.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so it's kind
I'm
of
just
like,
messing with you.
What's going on with the rest of you guys?
alright. Well, guys, I don't want to interrupt your date or anything like that, so, I guess I'll see what Artesia's up to. He's kind of like backing away slowly. He's just like, see you later.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Zarel. I'll come with you. Bye, sweet thing. We on for tomorrow at 6.
She waves a piece of bacon at you as you leave and then hangs it over one of the skewers.
Aw. How sweet.
Alright, Artesia, what are we doing over here at Bones's?
Oh, I figured I'd ask him some questions about the area. Because he looks like he's been here fucking ever. Probably see if he knows what's up with,
Bones?
yeah. With Evis.
Alright, so
Evis,
you
he's
do
kinda psycho.
manage to find
a
him
little
at
bit.
his regular stall. He's again excited to see you and tries to stand up and hobble his way over to you.
Oh god. I'll go to you!
Just
Poor guy.
stay still.
It's okay, I have a monk. I'm a
Like, has
monk, I have a
anybody-
45 movement speed. I'll come to you.
How long has it been since everybody's seen, like, the original Aladdin movie?
I remember it quite
Been a
vividly.
while.
Does
It's been a
anybody
while, but I still
remember...
it.
Does anybody remember the old man that Jafar had, like, impersonated in the dungeon?
Yeah.
Yep, yep.
Imagine this is Bones.
Oh.
But less
guy.
crazy.
Less
You
crazy.
think. You think.
I mean,
Think.
yeah.
I hope.
Still
I
too
mean-
excited.
His name is Bones, after all, so...
Alright, Artasia, what are you gonna do?
Alright, well, first things first. Guess I'll ask him what he knows about Evan.
Alright, roll for persuasion.
Persuasion. What do I have in persuasion?
Yeah, +1.
Do I?
Yep. Sorry, I have everybody's character sheets pulled up right now.
I do too, it just takes me a
Whatever.
second to find it because I'm on a much smaller screen.
Okay, rolling d20, right?
Yep.
Yep.
+1. Damn
Aw.
it! I rolled an 8, so +1 is 9.
Oof.
So he's kind of weary to tell you a little bit about the current ruler of Bewitch, but he does kind of tell you in the best that you can understand from his very low, fast, raspy voice. That
If I may ask, is he actually scared to answer, or
That's what it sounds like.
he's hesitant because, again, he has been here long enough to know who the previous ruler was and how the previous ruler was overthrown.
okay? So
Oh,
he
God.
he is a bit fearful.
He understands his place in the world and he doesn't want to mess with it.
Okay.
But he does tell you that she's been a fairly decent ruler for the time that she has been enthroned. But not much else.
Think I can press for some more answers?
You'd
You
have to
should
make another
bribe him.
persuasion
Tell him you'll
check.
buy more spices if he gives you more info.
I don't even want to give him some water. What do I gotta roll?
Another persuasion.
I gotta roll another persuasion. Alright.
Mm-hmm.
1d20 plus 1. Okay, so I rolled a 17 plus 1. I got an 18 now.
Hey.
So you're pressing him a little bit harder for information. He feels like you're a
Exactly
little bit
twice as hard.
trustworthy, so he opens up to you a little bit, kind of thinking that he might be a little bit safe because you don't seem the type of person to go around boasting about anything. Would everybody like to hear Bones' voice again, just for shits and giggles?
Sure. Absolutely.
Don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, actually, give yourself some water before you do.
Yeah, you might do that.
Please do, we don't want you to sound like you got the corona.
But I do have the Sharona.
I do have a corona, just not the corona.
I have a
That
corona
makes
too,
Time!
somewhere.
Alright, lady. So you see, she's actually not that bad of a lady, you know, and then she buys my stuff sometimes. And, you know, it's not bad.
Get a drink, Ellie. Get a drink.
I actually think I do need a drink to make that voice work better.
You do.
So I'm saying, get a drink. We're
me
all
find
saying, get a drink.
Let me find a drink.
Get some vodka. It's just
Get
Russian for
some
water.
It's just
Yeah,
Russian
that'll
for
help.
water.
I'm going to take a shot with you.
Aw.
Shot.
I'm just getting a sip of water.
I'm just getting
I'm
whatever
a-
is available to drink.
I don't care. I just want a reason to take a shot.
Go for it.
Alright.
Here's a
All
reason.
right.
Because why not?
Uh-huh.
So he starts telling you a little bit about
Oh,
how
fuck.
Eveth came into throne. The previous ruler happened to have been a male human who was of noble blood. Eveth had came in one fine day in the middle of summer with a raiding party of about 6.
And a dagger.
She kicked his ass with 6 people.
Yeah.
And a dagger.
By the end of the second day, she had basically thrown out the previous ruler and placed herself in a position of power. And it probably took about a week before the original townspeople actually stopped trying to fight back. Because
Okay,
they were
so-
kind of, disgruntled about their previous ruler being so informally dethroned. She made a fair point of putting heads on stakes outside of the castle for anyone who decided to talk bad about her. That she could hear.
I imagine she hears well. Alright then.
She has
I
been
can
in
confirm
power.
That unfortunately, she does.
She has been in power for about 4 years now. And in those 4 years, not only has the kingdom continued to prosper, it's actually done better than it was doing before in the previous rule. She no longer goes out and raids as often as she did in her first 2 years in power, but there's also not been many raids to her particular establishment in quite some time.
Interesting. So how come she doesn't go take care of the ogres if she's this powerful?
She wants to have a lazy life.
Fair enough.
She has more of a aristocratic life as she does fighter life, and she quite honestly doesn't want to die. Not
She
yet.
values life and everything that is given to her in said life, and dying too soon would cut that joy short.
Yep.
Sounds...
Somewhat vain and money grubbing, yes.
Well, I mean, if
She is a
she would,
queen.
if she would harm or kill anyone that hurt Zarel, what if these ogres
hey,
hurt
Ellie?
Zarel?
Mm-hmm.
Just out of curiosity, could you send me your version of Eveth?
Why?
I just wanted to compare.
I'll have to find it again.
Okay.
Well, actually, it's funny how you bring that up, James, because I already thought up an idea how to get to these ogres.
Oh lord.
But I'll
Are
tell
you
you guys
using you as
apart.
bait instead of Tito?
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, funny thing is like, I thought of this before today. I was just like, it'd be really fun if, like, he was in there and, like, because originally I was going to have him disguise himself as a little kid, because I did notice that they capture halflings and basically anyone smaller than them. So I was hoping he could use his illusionary script to have him look like a child.
A small,
and they'd
wet
be more,
child.
like, willing to... Yeah, well, they'd be more willing to actually kidnap him instead of, like, killing him.
Okay.
And then he could just, like, lead you guys to the place. Or I guess now we could just say, like, hey, they got Zarel, they got the Ganassi, and, like, it'd be actually really, I feel like it'd be really adorable now that I know this information if, like, she actually saw him in his adorable childlike state. Just be like, oh my god, so cute!
Please think about us as the players here for a second. You do that, and you do that. We come back to her without the head of the fucking ogre, 2, having lost you to the ogres. She would not only kill us, she would go after the ogres too. But before, killing us for
I
failing.
mean, that's why I go up to her in my child state and tell her my plan.
You guys
Then-
also have to think about if we succeed, from what God tells us, we will upgrade 2 levels.
Wait, we going now?
No, eventually when you get up to that point, you will go up.
I feel like she wouldn't pay
levels.
us if she had to go and do it herself.
Exactly.
That's also true.
And the main reason we're doing this is to get money to fund our campaign to go
Our
get the
actual
vampire
story plot.
bitch.
But
Because we
hey,
all broke.
2 levels.
There's
I know
no-
that doesn't sound like a
let's
lot
put that
to y'all.
Let's
That's
put
a
that
lot
plan on
for
the back
me.
burner.
That is a lot, actually.
I mean, like I said, like, that's why he's gonna go up to her himself and tell her the whole shebang.
But what I'm saying is, if she has to do it herself, why does she have to pay us?
No, she's not
Exactly.
gonna do it herself, dummy. Like I said, I'm just gonna use myself as bait and then, go. I just
Then why do
figured
we
it'd
have
be
to
nice
tell
if
her?
she knew. 'Cause it'd be nice if she knew the whole thing. That way she doesn't, like, freak out and go herself.
Wants
She
to be
doesn't-
considerate of the Duchess.
But again, why would she know? Like, we should just not tell her.
We are
'Cause I have a
expendable.
Because I have a strong feeling that people would tell her. Like, I have a strong feeling that people are loyal enough and word gets around quick enough. This is a
Well,
town
as long as we don't talk about it.
She is paying us. We are on her payroll right now, currently, as since
Uh,
we're bringing her the heads.
Five
So,
Wait. We haven't been paid yet.
Yet, but she hasn't paid us yet. Either
But
way,
we do have
we're
a
still
contract with her.
we're still dispensable.
Actually, we didn't sign anything.
Did we not sign that?
Nope, we did not sign nothing.
You did actually, Zarel. You just didn't realize it.
You signed for all of us.
That doesn't sound like me. Or Zarel. I did not roll for this.
You didn't
don't
have
have
to
to
roll the sign. She basically just used your hand and said here, here, and here, and then you kind of marked it.
You are very liquid.
Feel like that doesn't count, but okay.
She seems like the cunning type where it's like, well, that marking came from you, so
Like,
Yeah.
for all I know, that's your signature.
yeah.
Okay.
So using that logic too, I don't think it's a great idea to go, and like tell
Yeah.
her like, hey, by the way,
Well,
Yeah.
fine then. Can I still use myself as bait?
yeah, we're just not gonna fucking tell her.
Alright, fine.
We'll think about that. That'll be one of our plans.
I'm just saying, I feel like
Apparently,
that'd
we
be a
did
better...
sign the contract.
I'm just saying, I feel like I'd be a better target than Tito. I mean, we could just
We
both
could use
go.
both.
We could.
Both is
surprise
good.
attack 'em.
Both is
We could
good.
surprise attack 'em.
You guys do not care about one another, do you? All
Well,
of
no,
us
like I
would
said,
die.
like the whole point is to
I'm
leave
trying
a
not to
trail
get them
and, like,
killed.
and lead them to the lair. Like, we still don't really know where their lair is.
Research, reconnaissance, scouts.
Yeah,
Well, that's what I'm
basically
trying
this
to do,
is.
and then we got sidetracked with this whole bait conversation.
Well, no, like that's what this is. This is basically a probing strategy. Like me and Tito are basically going in as spies and like leaving a trail for you guys.
No, too risky.
That's right.
How is that too risky? You're literally just
Yeah.
following us.
You could die.
Not
I
really.
mean,
not
she
if they're
could
picking up
die
a slave.
here.
Yeah, like
Out of context for all of you to be aware of, the rating of your semi-boss, which will be the Ogres, is
Okay.
deadly.
Yeah.
well, yeah. That's why we have to get info on like their actual lair and then send it out. Tell them where the ins and outs of it is.
As in, we don't
Yeah,
want
we
to
need-
make contact with them just yet.
Well, that's
got a
why I'm
question.
talking to the old man who's lived here for like fucking ever to figure
I
out
have a
what's
question
been
for
going
everyone.
on.
Yes.
Does anyone have proficiency in arcane other than me?
You got the
Probably
spreadsheets
not.
pulled out. I don't know.
I'm not at my computer at the moment, so I can't look it up.
Zorel does.
Zor-El does?
Yeah.
What do you have? +5?
+4 to Arcana.
Okay. When we do go into battle, there is a opportunity in which you and I can make an arcane check to decipher their weaknesses and such. Just as well as as Zane can make
Hunter's Mark.
Hunter's Mark against them.
Fine.
Just saying.
No, it's cool. Whatever.
I'm
You can
here for
still
your
have
safety.
your plan.
We just
I'm
need
just
more
trying to help.
information.
Yes,
We
need
will
to
get
gather more
information the first round of said combat.
Or I
second
can just
part.
ask the old man who lives here and has seen people get kidnapped and might have an idea of what the ogre's MO is.
Either way.
We have options.
Continue.
Just want Zor-El to have his childhood again.
I just want Zor-El to have his childhood again. That's all I want.
I want him to have an existential crisis, because he's gonna actually see what he missed.
Don't trust me. He's done that enough.
Not really. Like,
He needs to do it more? Are you saying you need
Yes.
to torture him more?
yes,
like-
exactly.
Yes.
Talking like
That's
a true fanfic writer.
Damn
True
right.
trooper there.
You still
He's
haven't
a
revealed
true
to us you're the reason the explosion happened.
I don't think any of us can have spells to talk to birds.
I can.
There
Talk
actually
to
I
is.
would
birds.
say,
Talk to
can Zane
birds.
talk to animals?
I can too.
Oh, wait,
Depending on the
no,
intelligence.
I'm sorry, I can't. My other character can. I'm sorry.
Depending on the intelligence, I can speak with animals.
Project Dawnstar is suggesting why don't we have like birds go and spy on the ogres?
Yeah.
That would mean that Zane needs to make a... I don't know where it's located in your stuff,
Actually,
Zane.
it'd be best if Artasia did it.
Artasia, you do have amazing animal handling skills.
Yeah, Artasia's +5 to animal handling.
But she also has to be able to speak to animals.
I also need to know where the fuck these ogres are coming from.
You do know where they're coming
Otherwise, we're
from.
just gonna have, kind of, but not really. We just keep hearing people get kidnapped from over here.
Zane can be like a
Ambassador.
yeah, well,
Conduit?
like a translator.
Like, I am
He can be
Zane,
a
I speak
translator?
for the birds.
Uh-huh.
Be like Artasia gets them calmed down, and I speak to them.
Yeah.
Hey.
And Zor-El just kind of enjoys the fact that they're talking to birds.
Or I can just be the ranger and go scout out the area. Hopefully not get killed.
I would rather birds do it because
Birds are
obvious
expendable?
reasons.
This level?
But are they in the forest?
Most likely.
I'd hope so. Birds. Or, well, I don't know. That is, if they didn't explode in the unfortunate.
You're the only birds in the area.
Oh god. Okay. Well, if they're in the forest, that's my area. Expertise. Anyway, problems to deal with when we get there.
Killed the only intelligent birds living around the castle.
Oh god. Okay. Please continue.
Yeah, you can.
Is Artasia done with bones?
Artasia, are you done
No,
with
he
bones?
just keeps talking.
Okay.
No, he's talking over me.
Continue, please, Jess.
Oh god. Hold on. I want to know what he knows about like the kidnappings and stuff like that. Like he's been here long enough. Like, when did they start?
So I'm not going to make you roll for that because you're still rolling off of the 18 that you had from last round. I'm being generous.
Nice, thank you.
So he started hearing about it from his merchants that were coming up from Ingate. because he gets a couple shipments in from the river docks on basically imported spices.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows that Ingate has been having problems with their disappearances for about 3 months now,
Okay.
but that they've been going on longer because even though Ingate was really the first people to speak up to him directly about the issue, he's also noticed that his shipments that were coming in from Haywood have almost completely ceased.
Okay. So it kind of sounds like maybe a majority of it's happening near Haywood?
Yes. From what he can tell, there's a problem going on around Haywood that is either keeping his shipments from coming or causing them to falter on their way to his location.
Does Bones know anyone from Haywood that, like, lives in the town that we can maybe talk to?
He does know of a person. It's usually his supplier.
They live in town, right?
They live kind of in town.
Okay.
Their name is Mitzi.
Why does that sound
Everyone
weird?
has really cute names. Does he have the address of Mitzi? Like, we can go and maybe talk to her? Or him? Them? It?
Are you assuming their gender?
Yes.
I said it.
Whatever they desire.
But yeah, does Bones have their address so we can go and talk to Mitzi?
He actually doesn't have their address. He only has the known location where he's picked up supplies before from them.
Shit, if they're from Haywood, though, they're probably not going there anymore is the thing. Hey, can we get that address just so we can go look? Chances are they're not really there, but, you know, better than nothing.
He nods his head and then tells you the name of the conduit that usually helps him at the docks. His conduit's name is Ellet.
Small world.
How convenient.
Literally small.
Very convenient for us. Okay, is there anything else anyone wants to know? I can't think of anything else.
I actually do apologize. I did go to the bathroom during like all of that, so can someone summarize it for me?
It's okay because I've gone to the bathroom twice now.
Fair. I asked Bones, like, you know, if he noticed, like, any patterns and shit like that, and he was saying a lot of the kidnappings are coming from this place called Haywood, and I was trying to see if there was someone from Haywood that we could possibly, you know, talk to, because maybe they still have contact with, you know, someone there. And he says he knows a chick. Yeah, he knows a chick named Mitzi who sells her shit to Ellet. So convenient. Oh, you know what? Do you know normally, or does Bones know, like, you know, who gets kidnapped? Or, like, you know, what's the trend, I guess, would be a good way to...
Halflings.
Yeah, from what he's aware through his other suppliers, a lot of the missing people are usually either children, halflings, dwarves that are under 3 foot, gnomes, and on occasion, usually loner elves or humans.
Okay.
But it's been mostly people that have been under the height of like 3 foot.
Dang it, so we can't use Tito after all.
Yeah. That's good information. See, we wouldn't have known that before if we didn't ask.
Well, I mean, we already kind of knew that.
Ellet.
Well, we didn't know about the 3 foot thing.
Also true, I guess.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
so Zerl's gonna be really tiny. Aw, he's gonna be Chibi Zerel. Cute.
okay. I think I'm good on questions. Anyone got any other questions?
I'm good. We need to talk to this Mitzi gal.
I say, are we are Zane and Zarel at the
I have a
place?
question.
Back up from the microphone, but yes.
Can I talk to the smithy now?
Yes, we're going over to you. We were just finishing up with Artasia and Bones.
I'm pretending that Zane and Zerel are just having a very deep conversation about his weird girlfriend. That's why they're
No.
taking so long.
She's not weird. We're the same, kind of.
She's very weird.
He might be a serial killer.
Alright,
And a
so
cannibal.
No.
Zigbar has gone over to talk to Bucket.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom while he does that. Fill me in when I get back.
Alright, so what are you here for Bucket for?
I'm a little more open with Bucket at the moment, just because we share a passion for tinkering with things. I ask him if he's ever done any custom orders before.
He grunts at you and kind of nods very, like, approvingly.
I summon a basic glaive into my hand and I set it on the counter. And I kind of say, I've had an idea of how to customize a weapon such as this.
He looks at it, picks it up, examines it, doesn't see anything different about anything that he's got already in his shop. So kind of, like, shrugs his shoulders and is like, what?
I pull out a piece of parchment that I have written down the customizations that I'd like to make on it. And I set it in front of him, and I'll try to describe the customizations I want as explicitly as possible. At the hilt of the top end, you can press a button like a spring lock and separate it into two. And I've kind of noted down the spring mechanism and the shape of the lock mechanism as best I can. I also note that there is a screw at the hilt of the blade that you can unscrew and pull out a vial of a potion.
Ooh.
Or poison. It's just a vial per se. You can put whatever you want in it. And I ask him if it's possible to lead the poison from that vial into the blade.
He sits and thinks for a bit. It's kind of hard for him to do, but you can see that he's really trying.
Like if I were to say put a poison into that vial, could I make it drip into the blade?
He thinks a bit longer. He kind of like waves his hand in an manner. He'd have to do some experimenting before actually going through with it.
Could I'm not sure what kind of check this would be, but to kind of pull an idea off the top of my head, what kind of check would that be?
It would be a very
That might be
difficult check to make just because Bucket's
That might be
intelligence is fairly
insight.
low.
Well, that might be insight, to pull an idea off the top of my head in order to explain it to him.
I mean, you can try.
I'll try.
You have to get like a chalkboard and just like
D20, D20, D20. Nat 20, nat 20, nat 20.
Nat 1, nat 1, nat 1.
Shut up.
Nat one, nat one, nat one.
Why do
Shut
you
up,
guys
Dad.
hate me?
Well, you also did it to James, so he's got legit reason.
13. Okay, that's not bad.
So you do kind of come up with like a small inkling of an idea that you think
Something
Bucket
he could
can
work on.
understand. Not necessarily that he can work on, but that he can basically have an image of on how it works, so he can manipulate it into his own way of thinking.
Okay. So as for the rest of this, is this possible to you, sir?
He looks at your pictures. He can't really read the words, but he did listen to you as you explained what needed to be done. He points at the top and goes, pointy. He points at the bottom and goes, blunt. And then he points at the middle and goes, click.
Pretty much, yes.
I'm back.
You are correct. That's pretty accurate, yes.
Zigbar's trying to convince Bucket to make a poison glaive for him.
Dope. How's that going?
Slow, because Bucket's mental capacity is that of a tree.
Oh,
That's not true. He's a little bit smarter than a tree.
Are we talking about like innate intelligence here?
Yeah, he's in the negatives for sure.
Oh, no.
So I point at the top end and I say sharp, bottom end blunt, and then towards the middle I say click, and then right at the handle I say bottle. Does that help?
He kind of nods. You're actually not sure if he's nodding because he's understanding or because he kind of wants you to stop explaining because his head hurts.
Oh.
I put my trust in Bucket here.
He pulls on your sleeve. He hands you a small vial and says, obtain. It's a big word for Bucket.
Obtain? Okay,
obtain.
What's he want me to obtain?
You have described that you would like your glaive to be poisonous. He's telling you to get the poison yourself.
I wasn't specifying for it to be poisonous. I was specifying for something to be held inside there that might be able to poison the blade itself. Like
again, you had said poison. You had said poison. Bucket's simplicity said you need to do this yourself.
The first thing I said though was for it to be a health potion, and that's why I specified just bottle instead of poison.
He also still requires that you get the means yourself.
You to go.
Okay. He wants you to leave.
He's like, stop talking to me.
He's like, you're using big words. Go away.
And as soon as you leave, he'll be like, thank God.
Intercontinental transplanetarianism. And he's looking at me like, what?
He just kind of stares at you, turns around, and then just starts ignoring you.
His head hurts now.
He goes to work on the Dimetrodon that's standing behind him, and there's a poor man that's still clinging to the Dimetrodon.
You see the dicks on his face.
You kind of see one of them, it's like wiggling near his ear.
The dick?
Yes.
Yeah, because I used my special ink, so they actually look like
Oh,
donger
right.
like on his face.
It took her a
I wave
second.
my hand over the glaive and it disappears. And then I call to him one more time, just to clarify if there's anything else he would like me to get for him, like any special medals or something like that, or if he has anything, or if he already has everything he needs.
He looks around. He does see that he has a quarterstaff that's kind of disheveled, but as a prototype it'd probably work. He, however, looks at his plethora of sharp, pointy objects and doesn't know where to begin.
Oh.
So in other words, he has options.
He has options, but he's also very much confused by said options. He's like, I've been given a task, but I've not been told what I need to make.
Oh.
He's literally going through like pictures in his head, and it's like short sword, Nope.
I leave
Long
him.
sword. Nope. Scimitar. Nope. Chain and sickle. Nope.
Well, actually, the short sword would work. I leave the blueprints that I have drawn up in front of him, and I just kind of urge him to look back at that anytime he's confused.
He takes it and puts it under the counter, so it doesn't blow away.
Okay.
It's his
Aw.
safe keep spot.
Okay.
His special spy.
It's not
got
great,
him.
but it works.
I toss him a gold piece just as appreciation.
He catches it and kind of flips it around and then chunks it into a nearby bucket. It makes a little clink sound as it hits other pieces of gold.
Hmm.
Nice.
It's not the greatest treasury bank, but it's simple enough for him to use.
Hmm.
Also, he's big enough that nobody is brave enough to come at him for it.
Okay, fair enough.
Aw.
So,
Right.
me and Zarel are making our way to Artesium Bones. But during our conversation, I was like, I'm going to tell Zarel of all the people that I saw looking at me, like the elves, this woman, child, and
Because they're covered in blood.
and this surprisingly old, what would you call her? Old woman, haggling very aggressively.
Oh, Miss Baba.
Wait, you know this woman?
Well, it sounds like her. She's the only old lady I've ever seen. So far. In this area. Let me see, let me guess. She's about yay high. She has a bun, has a mole.
Yeah.
Man, she got here quick. She's fast for an old lady.
Hey. What's up, VR Caviar?
Caviar. Alright, so...
For those of you just tuning in, we're trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. We're all just kind of not necessarily doing our own thing, just doing our own research, figuring out what's up with these ogres before we take on the quest to go kill their leader, bring their head back to the possibly psychopathic
Duchess Evith.
patronage.
That'll work.
I guess, yeah.
Duchess
Matron.
Queen. She's basically
Duchess
a
Queen.
Zula, but
She's
an
fucking
elf.
psycho.
And not as psycho.
She's a little
Or
cray-cray.
not as psycho yet, I should say.
She's a little cray-cray. She's a fair ruler so far, but she's a little cray-cray. Something ain't quite right upstairs. But continuing on.
Alright, where would everybody like to be meeting at? Is everybody heading towards Bones' shop, or is everybody gonna meet up at the market, or are we just gonna meet back up at Cakes and Duchess's?
Well,
I
we're
know-
still headed to the spice place.
Artesian Bones.
Alright, so y'all are almost back to Artesia and Bones. Bones' way of speaking has been a little bit difficult for Artesia to follow at some point, so he has had to repeat himself, keeping her there longer, so you do manage to catch her while she is still there.
Poor TJ, I can totally
I'm a
picture this
very-
being like right up in his face with your ears
I'm
like,
a very
what?
patient woman.
Just like, come again? One more time.
Sorry.
Drink some water.
So is this the spice guy you've been talking about, Tizia?
That's the one.
Oh, I see you in front. It's really nice to meet you. My name's Bones. Here's a card.
You.
His name is Bones.
First of all, what? Second of all, take a drink.
I already gave him water.
Give him more.
He holds up the large container that Artesia had previously brought for him, and he's just like, I'm good.
So
You're
Bones,
kind of contemplating giving him like a vial of his sweat.
so Bones, you know a lot about spices. Would you consider ground deer antler a spice? Or some kind of spice?
He ponders that for a moment. Ground deer antler. He has not really heard of it being used as an actual ingredient in foods, but he has heard tale of many, mostly men, talking about having chewed on a couple deer antler and then having a very pleasant evening.
At the brothel.
Ew.
Well, Bones, would you like one to experiment with?
Giggity.
He
I'm gonna
ponders
kill
your
him.
question and looks at his stall. He shakes his head. He's content with where he's at.
Yeah.
Weirdo. Trying to
Don't
drug
corrupt my old man.
Trying to date rape your date. Poor Beanie.
No. Chat, we've established that deer antler is an aphrodisiac, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is why we're giving him shit.
Which is odd, because she's clearly into him, and he's clearly into her, so I don't see why you would need it.
Right?
Weirdo.
Who said I was into her?
Not you,
That's-
James.
Yeah. We don't even know about your encounter until...
He's
Oh, that's right. They
still
don't know
don't know.
yet.
Yeah.
he still thinks about cakes. He's a good dude.
Anyway,
Beautiful.
Just trying to make some
Alright.
points.
Okay, so Zane, so
I'm
now you know you
just
can't
like-
date rape poor Beanie, what are you gonna do?
I'm not trying to date rape her, my god. It's aphrodisiac, not a date rape drug.
That's what an aphrodisiac is, bro.
Fucking
Not
bard.
Not necessarily.
No, it's not.
I feel like it is.
That's an
No.
opiate. You're thinking of opiates.
yeah,
Aphrodisiac
if
has the same
aphrodisiacs
qualities.
were a date rape drug, people wouldn't be allowed to eat oysters.
Exactly.
Exactly. So
I've
you-
never
so,
gotten horny from eating an oyster.
so essentially, you
apparently
claim,
people do.
Shenanigans.
so apparently you claiming oysters are date rape drugs. Gotcha.
Yes.
I'm claiming that that's false information.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless you're eating like a copious amount of them, maybe.
This is why we get sidetracked.
This is why we'll
we
never
get
get
sidetracked.
sponsored.
What a great
Right.
party.
Chat, feel free to hop in at any time.
Anyway, okay, so again, now that you know you can't do that with your antler, what are you gonna do?
I was just trying to see if I can sell antlers anywhere. Or make it into something, or whatever.
You could probably sell it to the brothel.
Pretty sure Kick will give you a pretty penny for it.
He already tried.
I gave her one.
Aw.
And she didn't pay you?
Oh no, I gave it to her for free.
She
Just
didn't trust him,
because-
and she didn't believe that he was actually telling her the truth that it is an aphrodisiac. So she just kind of
Oh,
took
no.
it, put it under the cabinet, and is just kind of. It's there.
It's for her research. It's for her
Yeah,
research.
for-
So sell her the other antler. Done.
Either way, one way or another.
Anyway,
Zane's gonna
okay.
be- Zane
Yeah,
is gonna
I-
is gonna help take
No,
out
no!
with Ziklar.
No, give it back!
What? What happened?
You
What
took
happened?
my eraser.
Oh, one of your cats.
Grim?
No, Grim, no, I need it back.
Don't let him eat it.
You sound like Bones, so I'm picturing Bones just being like, no, give me that. Give me that back. He's like slowly clambering at this.
Not this cat.
God, no! I need that!
Okay, I would like to move on from this conversation.
Oh, please do, please.
Okay, we're gonna make our way back to Cakes and Duchesses and settle down for the evening. I didn't expect him to pull the eraser out of the pencil.
Aw. These are silly.
Are we gonna go and try and find this Mitzi character, or are we just gonna kind of wait till Tito wakes up, and then we all go back.
That, maybe, hopefully.
Let's go fight some shit.
Bloodthirsty. Okay. I'm down.
You're a murder hobo. Let's go do it.
I will not kill NPCs that don't deserve it.
Of course not NPCs, you idiot.
Murder hobo?
Alright, so we're gonna make our way back to the purple egg and settle down for the night.
Wasn't it called something else?
No,
Oh, that's what it was called, purple
it was
egg.
called the purple egg. I have it written down. I've just been
Oh,
calling
that-
it cakes and duchesses.
No,
That's
I thought it
because
was
with the
a
Duchess.
pun.
You can go ahead and keep calling it that.
Yeah, I thought it was a pun at first for some reason. I don't know why.
No, because Cake wants it to be a pun, but no one approved.
Ah, that's where I got that from. Got it.
Yeah. Alright, here we are at Toad's Brothel.
Definitely not a brothel.
Totally
Not
is a
being in
brothel.
parentheses.
It's only a brothel with 2 women.
Well,
That's what you
2 women that we
think.
can talk to.
That we've talked to.
Yeah.
Alright, so you
Wow,
make it back
adventurous,
to
aren't
the
we?
purple egg.
Yes.
What would you like to do?
Alright, so we're all here.
I don't want to do cats.
I'd like to watch cats.
Yeah, I would like to watch cats.
Alyssa, we're not about to do cats. This is not Beastars.
Oh, goodness.
Bunnies, then?
Gross.
No.
Alright, so we're all
Go
here.
and do the
Zarel,
thing.
Tasia, Zane. Wait, I
Yep.
said Zane twice. Zigbar.
So many Z's. Well,
All the Z's.
that sounds like Z's.
All the seas.
It's like, alright, guys. Zero just kind of like claps his hands. What have we found out? Tasia, you go.
Oh, okay. Well, we found out something is attacking us. We found out that Duchess is obsessed with you. We found out that people, what was it, Haywood,
Haywood.
have stopped delivering goods here, so that's probably where a majority of the attacks are happening. And we found out that the correspondent from Haywood lives here and happens to know Elliot.
Small world.
Yeah.
Cool. Our teenage
What have you guys found out?
found out Zane has a date with Beanie.
Butcher?
Yeah.
He
Is that why
admitted
you're
it.
covered in blood?
Yeah.
You want to shower? Maybe?
You need to change your clothes. You're starting to smell.
Maybe
It's starting to look suspicious.
Well, you don't like the blood look on me? Am I
No,
not
it looks
enough for you?
disgusting.
A, it looks disgusting, and B, every guard on the way here was staring at us.
Not every guard.
Boom, boom, yes.
The ones that
That's all we
didn't
had
see you
Ziggy.
at the castle did actually kind of stare at you, and you didn't realize it, but they were somewhat following you until you, like, didn't really portray yourself as being a nuisance.
So in other words, if you were by yourself, you probably would have been stopped.
Well, of course I'm going to take a shower. I can't be covered in blood till, like, in the next day. We haven't gotten to our rooms yet.
Are you sure Beanie wouldn't love it?
That's to get messy later.
Ew.
He's got to go murder something else so he can be covered in blood for his date.
No, we'll be murdering things together.
Please don't say that out loud.
Fine, we'll be murdering some innocent animals that we will use for eating.
Uh-huh.
That actually sounds better.
That sounds worse.
Oh, I guess there's two kinds of people.
I loved that, by the way. That was amazing. That sounds better. That sounds worse.
Well, I mean, I believe we've already established that Artasia is the more, like, glasses half empty kind of gal.
I
More
can
of
see that.
the, I'd rather not kill things and use them to eat. Kind of like vegetarian.
I mean, I've eaten meat.
I think she's just, like, concerned that the way you said it just sounded gory. Zero's just kind of like, well, at least you said what you're gonna do to the animals. Like, you're gonna eat them. You're not gonna butcher them just for the sake of butchering them.
But then Zoral's like, right? Right?
Of course. Of course. Which, in that case, I have a gift for everyone. While hunting, I got us some deer meat. And enough to make deer sausages.
And steak.
Meat.
And steak.
Aw, heck yeah. Artasia, please.
He's not telling you
Yeah.
about the 4 sets of ribs he also obtained.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's right. Also, I got ribs.
Zero's, like,
Barbecue.
mouth is just kind of...
Hell
Like, I don't know if you guys
yeah.
watch One Piece, but, like, whenever Luffy gets, like, really hungry and, like, craves meat, his mouth literally starts waterfalling.
Like fucking any
That's
meat
funny.
at all.
Yeah, so, like, that's kind of Zarel right now. It's like...
Like, holy crap, how are you producing
Don't
that
roll on
much
the floor.
saliva?
Well, it's water.
Part of her sweat.
How are you producing that much water?
I'm a water ganassi, it's what I do.
Wouldn't you be dehydrated by now?
No.
No.
It's infinite.
Yeah, you'd think so, right? It's neat.
I would think so, that's why I'm asking.
It's like, no, see, that's why I'm always moist.
Ugh,
Always
don't use
water
that word again.
on me. What, moist?
Ugh,
Tell you what, Zarel.
Mufasa. Do it again.
We'll save the deer meat for when we're outside, hunting, cooking, and reconnaissance. Artesia can cook it up if you like.
Aw, I guess it is kind of unfair that Tita wouldn't be able to eat it.
Yeah, so right now, let's
Did
just
anyone
focus.
go and check on him?
Nope.
Oh, actually, Zigbar, you were over there. Did you happen to see a rogue over there? He's probably covered in dicks.
Still was.
Oh, okay,
Also
so he's fine.
cuddling the Metrodon, just in case.
Was he
Didn't know.
breathing?
Yep, still was.
Okay. Alright, then, yeah,
Passed
so
out.
he's fine.
Yeah, passed out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, he was still there.
Okay, good. Anyway, who's hungry?
Zoro raises his hand. Me!
Alright, I'll pay for our food.
Isn't part of the ins tab,
That is part of the ins tab.
which means Ziggy's paying for it.
Bar is sold separately.
Okay, fine.
Hooray for mooching!
Apparently, Ziggy here is gonna pay for our food. Yay!
Roll for
Zoro just kinda,
enthusiasm.
like, pats Ziggy's shoulder, like, thanks,
Roll
buddy.
roll for enthusiasm. Okay, what is that?
For enthusiasm.
I will do this. I will fucking do this. Do I need to add any modifiers whatsoever to this enthusiasm thing?
No, because you'll probably
Performance.
roll a 20.
Wait, maybe charisma?
Asking the DM.
Performance.
For this performance.
Performance.
Okay. You're trying so hard to make me a bard, I swear.
Nope.
You're
19.
doing it yourself.
19. You were ecstatic.
You say this so vigorously and vehemently that even Cakes hears it out in the kitchen.
Oh no.
And starts running up to you guys. Because she didn't realize y'all were back yet.
Hello, cake.
Hello, Cakes.
Hello, everybody!
Hello, Ziggy!
Don't act so excited.
Fuck off.
Oh, are you so cute?
Fuck off.
You're slowly dying in the corner.
I turn to his sister and I'm like, I need a drink.
She kind of raises a finger and
I'm
goes,
sure Zigbar
"Fuck
also
you."
has the immediate urge to kill.
So, what'll everyone have? Artesia, you hungry?
I
So
am
y'all are
just gonna
hungry? Yeah,
go
I can take your
meditate.
order right here. Would you like it in the bar, or would you like it in your room?
I'm cupping my ears now.
Bar, please.
Would that be for everybody?
Yeah, sure,
Sure.
why not?
Alright, so 4 in the bar. And what can I get for you? Here's the menu if you don't know what we serve.
How do you get your voice that high?
It's Alyssa. It's Alyssa.
Yeah,
not that hard.
it's Alyssa.
It's Alyssa. Have you ever heard her sneeze or hiccup or anything? Yeah.
Like, is that a legit question for me as a person? Because I'm very curious if you're asking Cakes or if you're
feel
asking
like
me.
it is.
Oh no, I'm asking him and Jess.
I'm
Like,
scared.
Kevin,
Rip
Yeah, I
and
have.
stare.
I feel like it is a question
Am I what?
directly for you.
I was
feel like
reading comments. What?
I was trying to figure out if Artesia was asking Cakes or if Jess is asking DM.
pretty sure Jess is asking DM.
Making commentary.
Let's just say yes, because I feel like Artesia would ask that. Like, why is your voice so damn high pitched?
Well, you see, I inhaled helium as a child.
Actually, it would make sense because Cakes is a rather plump elf. So,
See, she is plump. You told me she wasn't.
no,
See-
I never said she wasn't. I said they were both plump.
Oh,
See,
Were you not there for that weird conversation we had on her body type?
that's right, we were.
Case just goes for everything. She lives and thrives off everything happy.
Well, fuck everything that moves.
I mean,
No,
don't
wait,
actually
that's you.
fuck- I mean,
I'm
don't
sorry, that's
actually-
you.
Like I say, don't actually fuck everything that moves, please. You might catch something.
This is why I'm
Too
not the
late.
bard. This is why I'm
Too
not the
late.
bard.
Hey,
I
Zigbar,
need another drink. I'm taking a shot.
you're a frequent person at this establishment. What does that say about you?
He's an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Essentially.
But why
I'll
would he
admit
come
to
back
that.
for the alcohol if he knows Cakes is going to be there too?
Probably because it's a huge contrast from the psychopath in the castle.
Agreed.
He's between a rock and a crazy place.
that and when
You got one trying
When I
to
go
stab him and
here-
the other trying to fuck him.
when I go here, I know her sister won't hold back on the alcohol. If I ask for a Long Island iced tea, she will fuck me up.
To be
Why did
fair,
I see a thing here?
a greeting to him was
Sure.
a knife to the throat.
Well, that's only because she thought she was being attacked.
Still.
Alright.
Alright, so what's on the menu?
Alright, so you do see that there is quite a list of items. Some of them have odd names, but the descriptors make sense. You have the Forbidden Island burger. You have the original chicken dinner. You have... You're not quite sure what all the letters mean, but it sounds delicious in the description.
Are we gonna go through with the whole menu, or?
I'm just giving a vague description. If you figure
You
out
gotta
something,
make
you just
double.
gotta come out with it.
Can I have a Baconator, please?
Can I have a number 4? Number 5 with the Sprite?
Ah,
Want a 4 for 4?
No,
Can I have a
Jack,
McChicken?
you gotta say it like the obese people at work.
Are
I want
there
a four for
superstars?
Because we're American.
Are there superstars McDouble?
Extra cheese.
And grease.
Extra
fried.
grease. Deep fried.
Extra
Bun and
large.
all.
The Diet
Double deep
Coke.
fried.
Alright, so Cakes is
Pickles.
writing down all of y'all's orders.
I'm not done yet.
Oh god.
No. Shrimp Alfredo, please.
I'll take the forbidden burger.
Alright, so she writes down the forbidden burger. She asks you how you'd like it cooked.
Well done, please.
Ew.
Slightly bleeding. Got it.
Well done. Well done. Slightly beans for steak.
Seared on both sides and served up. Got it.
So extra bland charcoal, got it.
Bland charcoal.
Alright, she turns to Artasia.
And what will you have, honey?
Why is your voice so high?
Because I'm full of sugar and spice and everything nice.
So she's a Powerpuff Girl.
Zigbar's in the corner just groaning.
I feel like you stopped taking. I feel like I can totally picture him just like not even taking shots anymore. He's just taking like this bottle.
He's just drinking out the bottle.
He's like, just make it stop.
Duchess is there just handing him another bottle.
Keeps on drinking. Roll that
Duchess is like patting his head. I know.
Oh, let's just face it. He's getting fucking hammered just so he can deal with her.
Alright, so she's gonna go ahead and write down 4 forbidden islands.
Sure, why not?
Oh, but I want pasta.
One with a side of pasta.
Girl wants pasta.
She takes your order and starts heading back to the
You
kitchen,
need the yeet boys.
giving you free reign
The
over where
Yeet
you want to sit
Boys.
in the bar.
I'm gonna get thrown into a fucking hole.
I say let's all gather around Ziggy.
I will murder you all. I mumbled just loud enough for them, just quiet enough for them not to hear.
Come, Zarel. Right
So,
here by Ziggy.
Duchess heard what you said. She slaps the back of your head so hard that you actually pop it off the bar, and then she points to the sign behind her that says, "If you kill, you pay for the cleanup."
Why is there a
can't you
sign?
I look
double.
up at her kind of drunkenly, and I'm like, first of all, I wouldn't. Second of all, if I did, I would.
She crosses her arms and gives you a look of, "Oh, really now?"
She's like, remember last time? He wasn't dead. He was almost
Remember
dead.
last time?
She points to another side of the bar where there is literally a wall of people that are no longer allowed into the brothel or the bar.
I just kind of lay my head on the bar now. Grunting.
Aw, Cirolla's just kind of patting your back. It's like, it's okay, buddy.
My
take
tummy
it-
hurts too when I drink.
I take a deep breath.
Zarel.
Don't murder him. Don't murder him. Don't murder him.
There's
Zarel,
now a
I
wet
feel-
handprint on your back.
Zarel,
Fine.
I feel like Ziggy needs a hug.
Fine. It's fine.
Yeah, Zara, why don't you give Ziggy a hug?
Don't tempt him, he will. Okay, so you guys know, you guys remember a Goofy movie when they go into the possum world?
Oh, yeah.
Who's your favorite possum?
Amazing.
Yeah,
He's not actually gonna give Zigbar a hug, is he?
No,
He
he
might.
is. It's just not gonna be like a massive like bear
Go on,
hug. It's
Zara.
just gonna be like
Come
kind
on,
of like
Zarel.
a, like
Give Ziggy a
like
hug.
isn't like he's just giving you like an arm around your
Just
like
like
shoulder.
just like a. Okay.
Yeah, it's just like a side hug.
Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Still got a
like
giant wet
Zigbar's
spot.
just like, don't murder him, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it.
Thank you, Project Dawnstar. Alcohol poison should just take us away.
I was gonna say, if he did hug me, my eyes would be bloodshot, and I'd be like, murder, murder, murder.
Just like, don't, the Duchess likes him.
The other
And the
Duchess
elves
pulls
like
out
him.
like a milkshake from under the bar and hands it to Uzurel.
Oh, yay! I mean,
She remembered the last time and she didn't want to repeat.
oh, thank you. What flavor is it?
It looks like it's chocolate, but you're not sure until you taste it.
It's actually charcoal.
I hope not.
Charcoal's actually good for you.
I don't think you're supposed to drink it in a milkshake.
But activate charcoal or just regular
Does
charcoal?
this milkshake bring all the boys to the yard?
Damn right, it's
Damn
better
right.
than yours.
You grow D-cup breasts. Whoa!
It
Look how
suddenly
jiggly
becomes
they
hammer
are.
time.
Okay, we definitely need to do this with like a drunk
I think
D&D
we're
session.
all too drunk. Yeah.
What
This
do you
needs to be like a
mean?
drunk D&D session.
Yeah, it's like I've hardly been drinking
I
tonight.
have not touched a drop, thank you very
Yeah, I'm
much.
pretty sober.
Yeah.
I have
Neither
drank
have I.
way too much.
Neither have I. I haven't
You're
drinking.
getting into
Yeah, that's you
character.
then.
Well,
You're just
this
getting
watermelon smash is gone.
Yeah, I've had like 2 sips of wine, so.
Maybe I should finish off that Energy Z in the fridge.
I've been drinking Sprite.
I just want to fight something.
He's
Like in game or real life.
Both.
In this episode, yeah.
You
We're in
have
town.
you you have cats. Go after that.
Trinity!
Yeah,
Oh.
Trinity would put up more of a fight, I bet.
Real life.
She would put up more of a fight than Neo. Neo would be like, I'm a liquid cat, pet me. Trinity would be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Okay, so Rose drinking the shake. What is it? Now I'm curious.
Need something exciting to happen.
Need something exciting to happen.
These conversations haven't been exciting to you? This is pretty
Right.
entertaining to me.
This has been gold.
Alright, Zarel, just for shits and giggles, I want you to roll a d10.
Oh, goodness.
Oh lord.
Oh, man. If Duchess made the shake, it's gonna be horrible.
Drinks
Hey,
are her
man,
specialty.
She makes good shit.
It may be the most delicious thing you ever fucking tasted.
Like that, right? Yeah.
Oh,
cool, solid 20.
I said a
Hell
d10.
yeah. Oh,
She said
D10.
D10. Damn
Oh,
it,
gosh,
wasted
geez.
a good nat
Oops.
20.
I know. Sorry.
He gets a plus 10 to his rolls.
Well, it's just gonna be funny if it's a 1.
3.
It's a 3. Close.
Alright, so it looked like a chocolate shake, but when you tasted it, you actually got this weird berry infusion flavor of pomegranate, acai, and dragon fruit.
Hello, Starbucks.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's more like a smoothie?
Fruit smoothie.
Fruit smoothie?
Yummy, yummy.
A little bit. It's just
I'm
got
so
this
glad some-
weird look and color, but I mean, you've also never really
Does-
seen one of these before, so for all you know, this is correct.
Does it taste disgusting? That's all I need to know, because...
Oh,
never
these
had
are
this
these are
one.
good fruits.
Okay. I was saying, I'm gonna go ahead and ask the chef for confirmation.
No, these are delicious fruits. You've had dragon fruit before, right?
I'm not sure, honestly. I mean, I probably
I
have.
feel like
It's
you
probably been
have.
a long time.
And then what was the other one? Acai and pomegranate?
Pomegranate, yep.
Yeah, I've had pomegranates. I can't say about acai.
Yeah, that's that one that looks like it's spelled Akai. Like A-C-A-I with the weird thing over
Little
the
yick.
thing. Over the eye. Yeah. Little
It kind of
Yeah,
looks like a weird blueberry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, either way, it's like it's good. Okay, that's all.
It's
I
a
need
good
to
blend. Yeah, those are a lot of sweet fruits.
Project Dawnstar asks, does the smoothie have Hobbit in it?
No, it has matcha.
know. Ooh. I like matcha. Yeah, Zoro's just kind of content, and he's just like oblivious to Zigbar's turmoil.
Suffering.
Zorel's just happy-go-lucky at this point.
Well, he's always happy-go-lucky. He
Oh,
has
he's
to,
hap-
or else he spirals into a deep depression and then never gets out of it.
So far,
Whoa.
he's having a good day.
Yeah.
There's another purple shimmering drink in front of Zigbar.
That one, the alcohol?
Yes.
Is this the Everclear Moonshine Reaper Pepper Juice?
No. This is unicorn cum.
Oh.
Is
Okay.
Pretty sure that's just the name of the drink.
I'm
It is.
intrigued.
It's purple and shimmery, and it's a legit thing.
So wait, is it actual unicorn cum, or is it
No,
just
no,
the drink
it's just
name?
the name of
Said
the
it was
drink.
the name of the drink. That's why I was like, excuse me?
I take a flask out of my jacket and pour in some rum, and then take a
Duchess
swig of
stops
it.
you and takes this flask away because she knows that if you try to mix with these two together, not only will you ruin both of them, but you might just start throwing up on her bar.
Eesh.
I
Damn.
take the flask back. I don't pour it in, but I take a drink of the unicorn cum anyway.
That's something I wasn't expecting today.
I'm so fucking out of it right now, I don't even care.
Oh my
That's
god.
just exactly
Yeah,
how
that's just
Zigbar
guy.
feels right now.
Please tell us
You're
our
really in
food's
character
almost
today.
done. Please tell
Give
us
me
our
a
food's almost here.
constitution check there, Zigbar.
Okay, hold on.
Should I have more lively music considering? Oops.
Whoops. Plus 3, 20.
17.
You're doing surprisingly well still.
Okay.
Well, he's a tiefling, isn't he, like, super resistant to alcohol?
No.
No.
That's probably
It just
why he's an alcoholic then.
depends on your constitution.
You're a functioning alcoholic.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty
Damn
much.
right!
I feel like after all this is over, you're gonna have to go to an AA meeting and be like, hi, my name's Zigbar and I have a problem. And keep going to
Double
this
A.
bar that I
My
hate.
name's
Starts with a
Zigbar,
C.
and I have a problem. There's this chick named Duchess, and everybody's like, oh. Or named Cake, and everybody's like, oh, yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
And then there's this other one named Everett, and then everyone's like, ah. He's got lady problems all around, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, okay, so he's not drunk, right? Or
No.
is he like
Yet.
He's
tipsy,
fairly sober.
fairly sober?
Unlike his voice actor.
I'm just very agitated.
Let's get him another drink.
Well, he took a swig of the cum.
Oh god.
Phrasing.
That reminds me to send you a video later.
What does it taste like?
It's kind of fruity, but also florally, and you're pretty sure at some point vodka was involved.
It's like lavender alcohol. Oh my god.
Yeah, get another drink.
I was gonna say, well, don't everybody talk at once.
Well, I think we're all just kind of observing you and your
Your weird
state.
situation.
Yep. Cake finally
I'm just
brings
waiting
out
for him to
everybody's
get drunk.
food.
Yeah. We should probably get some pasta for realsies. I'm getting kind of peckish.
Yeah, I just finished the last of my sandwich from earlier.
Well, if we would like to, we can end for the night. We are hitting about the 3-hour mark.
Aw, man, already? Dang it.
I mean, I'm pretty good. I had that energy drink because I was getting tired at the start of our session.
I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm Gucci. I guess it depends on our DM.
DM is running out of stuff for y'all to do.
I want to fight
Well,
shit.
I was gonna wait for Zigbar to get drunk so I can ask him more about Everett.
Evith.
Yeah.
Well,
Evian.
Devion.
The bottle of water.
Evangelion.
alright. So we get our food. Can I ask Duchess for a sweet alcoholic drink?
She hands you something that looks kind of pinkish.
It looks like
It
unicorn
smells
cum.
like a rose, and you're just
Sounds
thinking
like
this is the
unicorn cum, but
girliest
pink.
drink that you have ever seen in your life.
But girly drinks are the way to go.
Fine, I'll drink it.
They're tasty and they get you fucked up.
Chug,
Oh,
chug,
yeah.
chug,
So
chug.
they're tasty.
chug.
They're usually made with 2 or more alcoholic beverages.
So long as it has strawberry, I good.
That's why I love a Long Island iced tea. It's made with 5 different alcohols and a splash of Coke.
That's true.
If anybody here has ever heard of the big ass motherfucker, that thing is amazing.
The big ass motherfucker.
It's a
I've
drink
never
you
heard
can
of
get in
that.
Houston. It's got like
Oh,
7
Jesus.
different types of alcohol in it, and it tastes like a Jolly Rancher.
Oh Jesus.
I've heard of it.
That's
I've
big-ass
never had it.
motherfucker.
Alright, so we have our food.
You have your food.
You have your drink.
I'll just say to Kate,
You have your milkshake.
I'll say to Kate, Zigbar looks so down, Kate. Don't you think he needs a hug?
She kind of looks over at him. She really wants to give him a hug, but he also looks like he's in his stabby moods.
He is very much so in his stabby moods.
She kind of looks up at Duchess. It almost looks like she wants to cry. And Duchess just kind of shakes her head and's like, not today, sis. She concedes and goes back to the front.
Drink your drink.
Zigbar, make another constitution check.
I haven't drank anything yet.
You've
Well,
been
drink your
drinking
drink
for
and
a
then make
while.
Constitution.
You drink your cum right now.
You drink your cum right.
You heard the lady?
18.
You're still fairly sober, and you need to start taking disadvantage rolls.
What? What?
I wonder if we can get good rolls like these when we're in actual combat.
I know.
I've only been in
shit.
combat once.
It's the stupid shit.
It's like, watch, we're gonna get into a fight with like these ogres, and we're just gonna get all the shitty rolls. You're like, what the fuck?
What's gonna happen is we're all gonna go in drunk.
You're gonna go in drunk. I haven't had anything.
We're gonna try to appease the ogres with alcohol, get them drunk.
Hey, I have some unicorn cum. You want some?
I'm good.
Oh my god.
The ogre's like, yeah, this shit's great.
Made from real unicorns.
Yeah.
The monk is good.
Gerald has his milkshake and his pasta. He is happy.
Alright, Zane, make a constitution check.
Can we
Oh,
ask
yeah.
what his drink is called? I'm curious.
Wait, how alcoholic is this drink?
Well, considering its color, probably very.
I feel like this one's called Fairy Pussy or something.
Oh,
18.
God.
You're doing okay.
Woo!
It hasn't hit you yet.
Alrighty.
I'm
Is everyone
waiting
else-
for. It's like I'm just waiting on Zigbar to get drunk.
He is now starting to take disadvantage rolls, so I say he's a bit drunk.
He's
Getting
tipsy.
there.
He's not drunk.
He's not drunk, but you know.
Alright, James, the name of your drink is called the Heartbreaker.
Oh Lord.
Sounds about right.
Why do you just... I'm not a bard, I swear.
I didn't call you a bard this time.
You just made that assumption.
That's exactly what a bard would say.
No, a bard would own up to it.
I am a heartbreaker.
You know, I guess I can feed little Bonsai. I haven't interacted with him in a hot minute.
Yeah,
Oh, where
Bonzai's
is
kind of
Bonsai?
looking a little bit... He's over in the corner. He's kind of been missing you. He's definitely got his, like, face shoved into the corner from, like, just despair.
Oh,
He wants a
You're a
drink.
baby.
He's
Give him some
depressed.
unicorn cum.
Mom.
He needs a drink. Bonsai
He
needs a
needs
drink.
unicorn
Give
cum.
my pet alcohol.
I said drink,
Livers
not
can't
alcohol.
digest that.
I beckon to him and give him some unicorn cum.
Do not feed
You'll have to make an
my
animal
hyena.
handling check at a disadvantage
Vital.
roll.
At
Help me bite
disadvantage.
your ass.
Okay.
Ow.
Got a 12. Okay, he rolled a 9, but he has a +3, so he got a 12.
He's also got to take another one because of disadvantage.
Oh, and then another one because disadvantage. Right.
Mhm.
Watch it be 12 again. Nope,
18, so 12.
He's very hesitant on trusting you. I mean, he's like trying to make his way towards you, but he still doesn't trust you, so he's like doing that weird like step forward, lift paw, bring back thing.
I
No,
just
you are
set down
scared-
the drink
you are-
and turned my head.
You're kind of a scary
Not feed-
motherfucker.
Yeah, and don't feed my fucking hyena alcohol. The livers can't handle that shit.
Oh, those what the drinks look like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, did you look it up?
Yep.
Oh, I was picturing something
Unicorn
completely
jizz.
different.
I picture the unicorn jizz being like purple.
You know, that looks exactly what I'm drinking right now.
Oh god.
Which one?
Except not iced. The unicorn jizz.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Alright, so does Bonsai go near the drink?
No, he also hears Artasia yelling at him.
You always say that it's pretty good, and then I taste it and it's gross. Everyone's
Alright,
getting drunk tonight, I
Artasia,
guess.
what's going on?
I
I'm
just
gonna-
shrug
yeah.
and turn back to the bar.
I'm just gonna play with Bonsai up until Zigbar gets drunk enough for me to start asking him about...
Zigbar,
Okay.
make another constitution.
Me?
Yep.
I know he's not gonna talk if he's not...
Zane, I
enough
also need you to make one.
18.
Okay, fine.
fucking...
Disadvantage.
disadvantage.
right. Because the DM hates me.
No, because you've been drinking a while.
Also, we need the plot to move along.
12.
All of a sudden, it kind of hits you. You're feeling a bit dizzy.
Okay.
You're looking redder than normal.
I've finished
He's gone
The
from like a
second cup.
bright red to like... It's kind of shifting into like a weird brown color.
Ew.
This is his form of blushing.
Huh?
Like dried blood.
I've finished my second cup of the unicorn jizz, and I just kind of push it forward
I was about to say, I only wanted one drink.
towards
You're still working on the one drink.
Oh, really?
hmm
Okay. 21.
You slightly feel energized. Is he drunk enough for you yet, Artasia?
I guess I can give it a shot, do some light probing.
So I was drinking and also eating too.
Okay, so I go up to Zigbar and I ask him how long he's been working for Everett.
Didn't she already ask that the first time?
Yes,
Did
but
I?
you were also stone cold sober. And very unfriendly.
Oh yeah, you were kind of being a dick.
Yeah, but I did answer. I had been working for her for a couple of years now, right?
I think you gave like a weird roundabout answer that just kind of amounted to, please stop talking to me.
More or less.
So I'm just
Okay.
trying to figure out how talkative you are right now. Do I need to roll anything, or can he just...
You can do a persuasion roll to see how effective your questioning was.
Gotcha. 1d20, and then it's +1 for me.
And then I think
can't do
Zigbar, you can
shit.
make a...
Man, I rolled a 13, so +1 is 14.
Zigbar, you can make a saving throw on it somehow, I think, right?
Saving
Or like
throw
an against, an opposed?
It would be, it'd be insight, I believe.
Something like that. It's like an opposing throw to combat her persuasion.
17.
But with disadvantage.
Yep, you are slightly snockered now.
DM hates me.
You're snockered, okay?
You have been
Been a little
drinking. I think you've actually been drinking more this round than last time.
And
I
on that
I really
note,
haven't. I've only had 2 drinks this time.
on that
Two
note, I
very
would like to
strong
stop drinking.
drinks.
I would like to stop drinking, please.
DM hates me.
What'd you roll the second time?
12.
You had roll disadvantage. And he got a 12. It looks like.
Why is he still typing? Oh. So yeah, you rolled a 12. First time you rolled a 17, then you rolled a 12. So you give her about the same answer you did before, just with less attitude.
Still not in a talky mood. Got it. Just wait for
Fuck
another
off.
drink.
Fuck off.
I said with
Please.
less attitude.
Please.
I feel like that's still about the same amount of attitude.
See, I feel like now you're kind of just acting like the beast when Belle didn't want to go to eat. He's just like, it would give me great pleasure if you would.
Pretty much.
Please.
Fuck off.
Essentially.
Please.
With the emphasis on the please.
Please.
Meanwhile, Zarel's literally like shoulder to shoulder to you, drinking his milkshake.
Okay, so I'll wait for him to have another drink.
I'm done.
Shit.
Because then DM will give me like triple disadvantage or something.
Then you'll get fucked up.
Nope, the more you drink, the more you have to roll. Bigger disadvantages. Usually you'll start taking minus whatevers.
Like I said, I already pushed the cup towards Duchess.
She takes your cup and puts it in the sink.
I need answers!
Why? It's pretty obvious that he's loyal to the lady.
Because I'm trying to figure out, if we're gonna get fucked over or not.
I
She's
turned to
very
her and I'm
she's
like,
very suspect.
I turned to Artesia and I'm like, you will be, trust me.
Fucked over? Or.
Wait, what? Yeah, is that a threat?
Question mark.
I
Phrasing.
don't
Question mark.
understand.
Phrasing,
It's-
please.
If you take this job, you will be in for a world of hurt.
Yeah, that's a threat.
It's not a threat. I'm referring
it's
to
a
the
warning.
past four. I'm referring to the past 4 parties who have tried and died.
Who was in the last 4 parties?
Yeah, talk about that.
As I said, they all died. It's not like I was there to witness what happened.
But
Yeah,
you
but
were
didn't
there
you
when they
see
signed
them
their
beforehand?
contracts.
Like how everyone came to the same conclusion.
All of them were wide-eyed adventurers who didn't have much experience. Felt like taking on a big job to get some sort of benefits from it, some sort of
Wait.
fame.
Wait, if they were inexperienced, why in the fuck did you let them go?
It wasn't my choice.
That makes no sense.
They came
Well, I
of their
mean,
own fruition, and basically they signed the same contract that Zarella's holding.
Pretty much.
So
I don't know, like, that makes
Do
no,
we have to
whatever.
sign it though?
Zarel basically signed for all of you.
Alright then.
Thanks,
Somehow.
Zarel.
Somehow.
Guess we'll all just die then.
Again, I feel very. What's the moving word?
Targeted.
Bamboozled. Yes.
Bamboozled.
I feel very bamboozled.
I've been bamboozled.
But you know, Soul doesn't
Bumbles.
really care. I mean, we were gonna do this job anyway.
Whether we live or die.
Yep, basically.
And that's the reason I'm coming, to make sure that somebody survives.
Even if he has to carry their head back on a stick.
Then that's not
I
surviving.
didn't say that, but thank you, God.
Oh, you hear her too.
All the others are like, oh shit.
Like, yeah, God Lady's kind of nice. Sometimes she's a little snarky, but she's nice.
Awesome.
So you're trying to get the poor hyena alcohol. Shame on you.
No. Yeah.
I'll take the hyena's bowl, put it back on the counter. Duchess, can I please get some milk for the hyena, please?
I don't think hyenas drink milk.
Alcoholic
Yeah,
milk,
you can
please.
go- No.
Just regular milk.
Eat water
full
and
grown.
maybe like a steak. Poor thing
I
hasn't
am
eaten in a while.
desperately curious what happens when a hyena gets drunk.
It's literally just gonna throw up everywhere.
Does he just start giggling?
Like we are now.
Yeah.
Poison my hyena.
I just want to get the hyena regular milk.
Don't give it
Regular
milk.
alcoholic
Lactose
milk.
intolerant.
Water.
Just give it water. Yeah, it's not a cat.
Jesus Christ, come on, Zane.
Stop
Yeah,
trying
I
to
mean-
kill my pet.
Were you about to say Zigbar? Were you about to talk to yourself?
I was about to say
Oh,
Zale, which is another friend of mine.
Jesus.
All the Z's.
Yeah.
So I'll just go ahead and give Bonsai the milk.
Don't give him milk.
How do you know what hyenas drink?
Maybe he's lactose intolerant.
Exactly.
We never know until we find out.
You're
No,
gonna
I don't
kill him.
I don't want to find out now in a bar.
Are hyenas mammals?
No. The ranger is like,
Yes?
I have cure wounds.
I have cure wounds,
Why is
and I can deal with animals.
someone did
It'll
look
be
up
fine.
on fucking Google? Can hyenas drink alcohol?
Jeez.
It's like the third search result for can hyenas drink.
That's surprising.
It's hilarious.
Oh
Wow.
my fucking god.
Can
Well,
they? What's
I mean,
the verdict?
honestly, I'd imagine they could. Basically, their stomach acid is like really strong,
Alright.
so
Makes sense.
they can eat just about anything.
Is it like a goat?
But-
or an
Basically,
alligator.
well, they are essentially scavengers. Like they literally kind of pick off whatever lions like eat or don't eat.
So
And, like,
they
they
can
literally
essentially
eat
drink
everything.
milk.
I've actually heard hyenas do a ridiculous amount of hunting for themselves, and lions do a lot of the scavenging off of them. Like, yeah, if a hyena can get food that they didn't have to hunt, they'll do it. But, like, they often hunt for their own stuff.
They no longer have
Yeah.
Hold on,
Plus, they drink milk. Like,
hold on for now, but I need to move it.
Oh, I just gonna put them on the floor. The floor can hold them.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Bodies hit the floor.
I say, hyenas are mammals, and mammals are young, and so female hyenas have nipples, so thus they drink their mother's milk, aka still milk. They can drink milk.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
not
when
dairy
they're
milk.
young.
And when they're
Yes.
young.
They can still drink milk. I will look
Yeah,
this up.
not from a cow.
Like, I'm
Their
assuming not
milk
from...
is different. Yeah, their
Like,
milk
I'm
is
assuming
different
not
from
a cow,
their
and
cow.
B, I'm pretty sure it can still be lactose intolerant.
Also,
drink goat
hyena milk is
don't we?
totally different
And
from
almond
cows.
milk.
Can hyenas
Almond
drink
milk
milk?
isn't milk, it's juice.
It's juice. Is nipple juice. Neo, what the hell are you doing?
They drink milk.
Yeah, from their
As
own
cups.
kind.
They can still drink milk.
No.
Neo,
I'm gonna offer him some milk.
come here, bud.
Kick it away.
For fuck's sake.
What is with everybody trying to feed this poor thing milk?
I don't
Maybe
know.
it wants
You
water.
feed it milk?
No, it's just these two.
I'm not trying to feed it milk. I don't know what you're talking about.
Milk is
I'm trying to feed
expensive.
it-
Give it water.
Yes, give it the alcoholic water.
No, just normal water. God damn.
Give it the vodka.
Zigbar, I will bring cakes back.
Please do.
Oh.
Cakes will take
Fine.
you to a room if you don't stop.
Fine, I'll give it water.
Kinky, but no.
Well,
Trinity.
I'll give it milk since it's on Zigbar's payroll.
No, you can drink fucking milk.
God damn
No.
it. What is with your obsession with milk right now? Stop it.
I use minor illusion.
Oh, god damn it.
We're really doing this?
I use minor illusion, and I'm paying my tab in illusionary coins.
Oh god.
Roll
Not that it
for
really matters.
persuasion
Not that it really matters.
with disadvantage and -5.
Fucking fine. DM fucking hates me. Okay, fine, I won't do it.
You're drunk.
You're
come
drunk, and the Duchess is used to this act.
Oh, I was kind of hoping he was gonna make, like, chocolate coins by accident.
Depends.
Like, Dutch is here.
Zero's
Roll
over there
for
like, I smell chocolate.
Literally, what the fuck is going on, Project Monster?
Zigbar, roll for it. I am curious to see what the fuck happens.
Well, at this point, with disadvantage and -5, there's no way I can pass, so...
What's the worst that could happen?
A nat
The
one.
worst that can happen is, well, yeah.
A nat
the
1 out of
best that can-
-5.
The best that can happen is a 15.
Still, it's still good. Still good.
Pretty sure that would still fail.
Try it, please. I'm curious to see what happens.
Okay,
We
but
wanna
for
know
the
what happens
record,
when you fail.
for the record, I'm not actually doing this.
It's the alcohol, we get it.
Even
Blame it on the juice.
Blame it on the
Alcohol. Blame it.
I need you to make a roll.
Oh no!
We weren't in character.
Oh shit, yeah.
We weren't in character.
Oh, but
there
were
you go,
you?
8.
So you didn't
No,
do
we
terrible.
That could be a thing, or we can see what Zorel accidentally blows up this time.
I need you to roll a d20, M, and then I need you to roll a d6.
God damn it, M.
Alright, got an
Okay.
8, so it's not going to be too bad. You said a D8?
D10.
Or
No,
D10.
D6. D6.
D6. 8, it's a weird number. Alright.
I know this will progress the plot too.
Got a 3.
Okay. Everyone who is eating the Forbidden Island burger, make a saving throw.
For what?
What kind of saving throw?
Dexterity.
Does my
Did the burgers explode?
fucking hope not.
Did
What
they
is my
literally turn into charcoal?
+4. Okay. Is it a D20?
Yeah, D20.
Okay.
I got a
Damn.
nat 1.
I got 12. Wait, he also rolls for disadvantage, but I don't think.
No,
anything-
I don't
fine.
think he can get
Beat
any
that
lower.
It literally turns into charcoal
I
and
rolled
pokes him in the eye.
Yeah. I rolled an 11, and then I got a +4 to dexterity, so 15.
I got 12.
D20. I'm screwed. I don't think I have anything in dexterity, actually. Yeah, I don't. Wink.
Oh my god.
2.
Oh god.
So it wasn't that big, but everyone's burger literally kind of swelled to a point where you're just like, oh cool, this is a neat little food. And then it just kind of kept growing to like a point where you're just like, okay. And then it just kind of made this loud pop in your face. You are now, well, Zarel, Zigbar, you are now completely covered in Forbidden Island burger.
Yummy.
Artasia, you managed to dodge most of it, but there is now a piece of lettuce kind of stuck to your face. And, Zane, you now have tomatoes as eyes.
Nice.
What the fuck just happened? Wipes face. Why do things keep exploding around us?
Okay, so that is the third time. Yes.
Yes. For most of you.
Mine is Zigbar.
That's what I
Zigbar,
said.
this is the second time.
Most of you.
Okay, so this does mean... I'm saying this like in character. This...
Artasia?
Hello?
Sorry, I was reading a comment.
Okay.
Project Dawn-Star says the tainted burger from hell pulses with actual blood vessels. That's why I stopped. Like, wait.
That's metal as fuck.
That is metal as fuck. Okay, so I think we can all agree something is probably after us. Yes?
I'm gonna make another arcane check to figure out why.
Alright.
Roll disadvantage!
Nope, real quick, I want you to roll a constitution check. Just real quick.
Wait.
I'd imagine that's
I
sober
call
you up
bull.
No, you call a constitution check.
Why are you making me make so many constitution checks when I am not drinking anymore?
Because I want to see if you sobered up from the burger exploding in your face.
I mean, yeah, you don't just stop drinking and all of a sudden
no,
you're
that's
sober.
fair. That's fair. That's fair. $13.
It pepped you up a tiny bit.
Okay.
You're not quite sure to blame it on the alcohol just yet, but you're fairly certain that you just witnessed your burger grow and then explode.
Okay, and I don't know anything from the arcane check.
Yep.
Ah.
Zane could check too. Right now,
Em was
No.
the only
Zane's the
other
one
one
that
that could
did
check,
it,
and Em's
so-
the one
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah, I got confused for a second. I was like, wait, no, Zorel's the one with the other +5. I mean, I got +2.
Zarel's got +4.
Oh, it's +4, not 5. Sorry.
Sartana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still...
But Zorel knows what caused it.
Right.
Yeah.
Can I go
Just
ahead and
gonna-
check then?
You can try.
I mean, yeah, I probably won't get far, but...
Sorry, guys, you're gonna get a nat 20. Or a solid 20. Like, it was him!
It was him! It was a 20, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then plus, whatever you got.
I only got a 10. I rolled an 8, and then it's +2, so I got a 10.
You also aren't aware of anything.
Sure, why not? I'll try. We need to get to the bottom of this.
Zoro kind of just, like, takes a nice little gulp.
That one!
Do you want things to keep exploding?
Yes.
Fucking 5. Now we're getting the shitty rolls again.
Tell you, when it's important shit, we get shitty rolls.
Well, of course, unless you're trying to be a bard, you're gonna get shitty rolls.
Zarel's secrets are still safe.
For now.
For now.
I just start rubbing my head. Why does everything around us keep exploding?
Well,
Surprise,
Artesia
bitch.
thinks someone's attacking us. So it's kind of just, like, silently eating the meats off of his face. Like, this is
I
actually
see.
pretty good.
Start thinking back to the camp. How Zorel was acting. Also in the forest, how I wasn't there to cause anything. So it's either Artesia or Zorel.
Dun dun dun!
Make an insight check to basically come up with that conclusion.
Alright, come on, insight. $15.
It's not, like, amazing, but you do kind of have an inkling that things are only happening with, like, this when you're with these people.
I guess
You're not
this does
sure
work
if
to
it's
go
them
out.
causing it or if it's, like, just being around them that's giving you bad luck.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's both.
Yeah.
Nom. Though I was kind of glad that nothing, like, extravagant exploded this time, like the brothel itself.
Oh god.
If you had rolled higher than a 15, probably.
Oh god.
Just like half the brothel just...
Nope, that would have been if you nat 20. Then you would have just had to have said bye-bye to, like, the whole reception area.
Oh, man. That would have been awkward. Poor Bebby. Oh yeah, he's, like I said, he's just happy that something small blew up this time. And delicious.
Is Zorel just like eating the meat off the
He
face?
is. He is.
Yes.
He is plainly stated
Might as
as
well.
such.
No.
Okay, do we have anything else that we can do?
Not really.
I say let's go to bed.
Yes.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, 'cause, like,
Well, guys, it's been a interesting day hunting, being interrogated by the Duchess,
I walk away as he's
more
talking.
explosions. But I think it's
It
time
makes
to go to
sense
bed.
because you're not staying there, so.
But I think it's time to go to bed.
Good night, Ziggy.
I half-heartedly wave back as I walk out.
aw, he likes you.
Yeah.
And I'll start heading to my room too.
Cakes comes back and starts handing you all keys and pointing you into the direction of where your room is.
Thank you, Cakes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
And, Zane, please, for the love of God, find a change of clothes. You're.
Of course. I'm not going to
Zane,
bed like
as you
this.
walk past Cakes, she hands you a bar of soap and a towel.
Oh, thank you.
She also tells you that the bathroom is communal and that you shouldn't take more than 10 minutes.
Gotcha.
Oh, man. Okay.
Darn, I want to take an hour shower.
Aren't you like going to your own room, not here?
Yeah, I'm going somewhere else.
You're going back to the castle where you have your own room and your own bathroom.
Damn right, bitches!
Yeah, he's the queen's secretary, so he's got all the good stuff.
You do have to make sure your door is locked, though, because Evith will know that you're coming back fairly drunk, and... yeah...
Does she not like that, or does she like that?
That's not
Has
great.
anybody
Tries to rape
seen
him in his
Bleach?
sleep.
Oh, God.
Tries to rape him in his sleep.
No, she's
That's
basically
horrible.
gonna pull an Ichigo's dad on you.
Oh, God.
Oh, and just like scold him for being drunk.
Give him like
No.
a head chop.
There's gonna be a series of deadly mazes that he has to get through to get to his room or get out of his room.
Oh,
Yeah, that was a thing.
Yeah,
You know how long it's been since I've watched Bleach? Anyway.
long enough to remember that.
Yeah.
Apparently.
communal means you have to share it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Is there at least something I can fight in the maze?
No, just yourself.
Alright, we didn't
see,
fight
you
anything.
really are Piccolo.
we
You
did too
train with
much.
yourself. You make a double of yourself and you fight him. That's how you train.
Yes. Full of Vegeta. Full of Vegeta. Is that me? Is that me stronger than me? I'll fucking kill me!
The fuck's a commie?
The fuck's a commie?
Basically, God. But I'm still here! Do you believe you're hyped that much? I am the hype!
I forgot that part.
Okay. Oh, Miss Cakes, do you got any change of clothes for Zane here?
I got my own.
Oh, okay. Never mind. But the new ones aren't gross and smelly either, are they?
Oh.
Alright. Just checking. You don't want to smell for your date.
What do I?
I'd hope not. I mean, you.
This is Beanie we're talking about. She lives basically in blood.
Whatever you're into, man.
Trinity.
Alright, time to go shower and sleep.
Alrighty. Anything else anything else you want to add?
Nope, I am all
Yeah,
out
I
of
mean, we
ideas
can't really
until
do
next
anything
time.
until Tita comes back. Ow.
Oh, please,
which
Tito,
one
be
I
back.
Stab myself.
Which might actually be a while. He did say his internet was out.
Yeah, because until his character's up, we can't really go anywhere.
I can try to make some little side missions for you guys to actually go on while y'all are waiting.
Okay, so basically like leveling us up a bit before we do anything major.
Maybe not really leveling so much as preparing, gathering.
Yeah, just keeping us busy.
Yeah.
I feel like we prepared enough to. We can definitely continue the plot. It's just
We haven't prepared
we're
enough.
waiting. Well, I mean, what else could we possibly prepare? We got armor being made. You guys got weapons being made. We have information of where to go. We
More
have
health
food.
potions. More
We
health
have
potions.
loads of health.
No, we
We
don't.
got loads of health. Yeah, we do.
You have an extra
don't.
party member.
Yeah,
I
we
have
do have an extra party member.
I have maybe 4 potions of superior healing and 5 of greater. What about the rest of y'all?
Think about the same, right?
I think I have one greater. Because I used my other on Artesia.
I have 1 superior and 3 greater.
Well, you can always go find an apothecary and see about getting more.
Zarel has 4 greater healings.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like we're set for right now anyway on healing stuff. Yeah, there really is not a whole lot else to prepare for until, we continue the plot.
There can always be more. There can always be more.
There can always be more.
God damn it, Zigbar, go home. You're drunk.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream now on my end. Thanks for stopping by.